Hey guys, Ron Douglas here. How's it going? If you can hear me, give me a yes in the questions box. I'm going to be starting up here in just a minute. Francis, Sean, Karen, Tico. Awesome. Good to see you guys. Greg. Awesome. Yeah, I got a haircut, man. I did it myself. Put a little dye in it too, man. I was going super gray. I look about 5 to 10 years younger, my wife says. She likes the gray though. When I'm doing videos and stuff, I look crazy. I did one the other night. My hair was just kind of like, it was like a light bulb. It was so great. All right, guys. So yeah, you guys. Okay, someone says they can't see me. Can you guys see my webcam? Give me a yes if you can see the webcam. Okay. Yeah, everybody else can. That's weird. Yeah, with this technology, you never know what people can see, what people can't see. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about um, an opportunity that is huge, and it's going to be something that if you don't get involved in, you're going to be kicking yourself because in this environment that we're in, once they start letting banks foreclose, right now they're not letting banks foreclose. You know, they're giving everybody these loans to kind of put a band-aid on the situation. But the truth is, a lot of people are unemployed. Ridiculous amount of people aren't paying their mortgage right now, aren't paying their rent right now. You know, landlords are in a tough position. I'm a landlord, and I have one tenant that's just been there since March and just hasn't paid, and he knows he doesn't have to, and it's like he's just getting like free rent, and the courts aren't even open, and I can't even do anything about it. I can't evict him. Only thing I could do is like get the goons, but I don't operate. I don't operate like that, right? So he's just getting a free pass, and then it's like, what's my recourse? Either like, when the courts finally open, I could try to go after him for the money if he's working or not, and then I have to pay more money to do that, and it's just a weird time. Fortunately, I only have so I have I don't talk about my real estate stuff too much because I've just been, you guys signed up for online marketing related stuff. But I have 7 investment properties, 7 multifamily, between anywhere between the smallest one is 3 units. Actually, no, I have a couple. I have two units, a 3 unit, and I have a 4, a 5, and 2 6. I just closed on a 6 unit building, so I have 25 units total, I believe. And fortunately, out of the 25 units that I have, only 2 of them are behind in their rent. So that's been a fortunate thing. I mean, the stimulus they gave out was huge. You know, without that, it would have been problems right now. So they kind of just pushed the problems back into later this year and to next year. So it's going to be a huge opportunity. And I'm not trying to make you guys like big real estate investors, because it takes to do what I do takes money, right? You have to have money for down payments. You have to have a property manager. You got to pay the property manager. You have to, you know, have good credit, all this type of stuff. So that's what, I don't really talk about real estate because of all these things. It's not as glamorous as it seems doing what I do. I mean, the money coming in every month is glamorous, but what we're talking about here today is different in that you don't have to do any of that stuff to participate in this upcoming amazing opportunity, right? It's more of a business opportunity in the sense that it's using software to find these deals, right? And then, I mean, our guest expert is going to explain it better than me, but you don't have to have credit to do this. You don't have to have money for a down payment to make a bunch of money doing this. You don't have to uh, even like you don't really even have to leave your house because the deals are all found online. And what you're really doing is you're the middleman. You're matching up buyers and sellers with investors. So that is amazing. And it's an opportunity that most people don't even know about. So it's wide open. It's wide open right now. So what I wanted to do was I'll show you actually a couple of startling facts, and then we're going to show you a quick video to introduce our guest and then bring him on. Let's see if I could share my screen. show my screen. Okay, so I was just like looking up some facts. I mean, foreclosures are projected to be coming. They're saying that at least 200,000 American homeowners are likely to default by next year. And they're showing some of the biggest states: Colorado, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, California. And they're showing, the trends of this whole thing. So a lot of people, the forbearance thing is going to be over with, and it's gonna. I'm actually loading up capital right now, but I'm also looking into what we're going to talk about here today, and I'm going to get involved in this program as well because it's just a crazy opportunity to make 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 in a 30-day period, just matching people up. And there's going to be people out there looking, because whenever there's an opportunity like this, there's always a flood of investors out there looking for opportunities, and new investors that have no idea what they're doing out there looking for deals as well. Because where are you going to put your money right now? You can't leave it in the bank. You're not getting any interest on it pretty much at all. You can't really, bonds aren't paying anything. You could put it in the stock market, but the stock market's at all-time highs. Like, how much, your risk to reward, how much further do you think stocks are going to go, especially, with the election coming? You don't know what's going to happen. If Biden gets in, I'm not making this a political statement at all, but if Biden gets in, he's going to be less friendly towards stocks than Trump is. I mean, the economy is projected to do better under Biden, but he's going to have a tougher stance on business, tougher stance on capital gains tax. Like, he's going to raise capital gains tax. So stocks may pull back because of that. So, like, what do you do with your money right now? And people, with the dollar getting hammered the way it's getting hammered with all this stimulus and money that they put into the economy to prop it up, assets like real estate are going to shoot up, because that's where people are going to be putting their money. So I want you guys to get involved in this opportunity. I'll show you the property I just bought. This is a 6-unit building up in upstate New York, like the capital region. And needs a little work, a little paint, but I mean, mostly cosmetic stuff. 6 units, all the rents are between $850 and $950. And it's just a really good cash flow building. And I got it for it was $290 was the price I got it. So the math on it just works. And in this area, the taxes are low, and it's just, and because I already have a network up in the capital region of New York, it's pretty easy for me to just add this to my portfolio. I already have the property manager, I already have a lawyer up there, I already have contractors, everybody I need. I know people in the code department, all that stuff. So it makes sense for me to do it. But had I known what you guys are going to know today, I might have not even made this deal. I might, I mean, it's great money every month, but I might have just sat back and said, let me try to figure this thing out, because it seems like so much of an easier way to earn money, right? All I have to do is, like, the money that I'd make on this property, if I just do what we're doing, what we're going to be talking about here today, like maybe 4 or 5 of them, I would be making more in a year. Not even 4, maybe like 3 or 4 of them doing these deals. I'll be making more in a year than I do on this 6-unit property that I own, in terms of like income after expenses. So that being said, our guest that we have on here today is one of the preeminent experts when it comes to real estate investing and creative real estate investing. I mean, he talks about stuff that nobody else teaches, and he's flipped over 1,000 properties in Florida, especially in Florida and other parts of the United States. So he's a bona fide expert in this. And more importantly, he has the system that he teaches. He has a lot of success stories and students that are just doing it, just making money from their home computer, using his system, using the software that he has available. And he's going to show you all that today. And he's going to show you everything you need to know step by step. And it's super exciting to have him with us here today, because this guy is the real deal. So I'm going to show you a quick video of who he is, just to introduce him, and then we're going to bring him on to talk to you guys about this opportunity. So let me pull up this video for you right quick.
There's power that needs the spotlight, but there's also power behind the scenes. Who is this guy everybody's talking about? Out of nowhere, man, he just became a powerhouse. Dolmar, Cross, never heard of him? His name kept coming up.
He is the real deal.
That's Dolmar, man. Dolmar.
You're not an excuse maker. You're not going to quit on me. I'm not going to let you quit.
This gentleman has really pulled his heart out. He's given his all.
Meeting Dolmar, that mentorship is really what's key. I didn't know what transparency really meant. And Dolmar is like the ultimate.
And this guy is blowing me away with the stuff that he's providing. I told you my story, how I broke parents didn't have a pot to piss in. You think that stopped me from making money? No. So you think I'm going to allow you to come talk to me and give me your excuses?
All right, pretty cool video, right? Well, that's who this guy is. This guy is a legend in the game, and we're gonna bring him up. Yeah, let's see if we can flip the screen to Dolmar and get him on here to share his wisdom with you guys. So what I want you to do is, while he's accepting the screen, is grab a pen and a pad, turn away all distractions. We want to give him your full attention right now, because you're going to learn something special that nobody's talking about. And once you learn this, it's going to open up a whole world of possibilities. And who knows, this may be your big breakthrough, your thing that, you know, you were looking for to make some extra money, whether it's to make money to, you know, fund your business online or just to make some extra money to pay your bills. This is a way to do it. So Dolmar, are you with us?
Yes, sir. I am. Thank you so much for having me, Ron. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm trying to get my screen on here. Can you see my screen okay?
Yeah, I can see your desktop.
All right. How about my slide?
Yeah, it says welcome.
Right. Perfect. Hello, everybody. Happy to be here. Dolmar Cross here. They call me the automated investor. And Ron, again, thank you for the opportunity for me to share this amazing, simple business model with your audience, with your community. I think this is a great way to be able to make money right now, especially during this time. It's in times like this where people are looking for opportunities and answers right now, and I'm confident with what I have to share with everyone. They'll be able to jump into this right away and see amazing ROIs and returns. Now, I can't get my camera to work for some reason, so we're gonna do this old school way when they didn't have webcams. All right, so let's jump into this. My name is Dolmar Cross. I am the CEO and founder of 3-Day Cash Buyer. That is my real estate investment company. I'm also the co-founder of the Cash Buyer team. Now, this is a partnership that I have with my business partners, Lee, Francis, Brian, and Richard. And with that company, we buy houses nationwide, all over the country in all 50 states. Now, what's really cool is I've been in this business for 15 years now, and I've done well over 1,000 transactions in my career, everything from buy and hold, fix and flip, and even wholesale deals as well. But I'm also the co-founder of a company, an education company called Real Advisors. Real Advisors was recently ranked number 281 last year in 2019 on the Inc. 5000 list. And this year we ranked number 80 on that list as well. We were ranked 2 consecutive years in a row, and to be a young Jamaican kid from Jamaica, grew up in the islands with no financial literacy or education at all. This is a huge humbling experience for me, an amazing milestone to be able to be an owner in a company that out of 5,000 privately owned companies in America, our company was ranked number 80 this year. Not only that, we were also ranked number 2 of one of the fastest 50 growing companies in Jacksonville, Florida, which is where one of our offices is located. We actually have 2 offices, one in Tampa and one in Jacksonville. In 2019, by the way, our company was called Advisors Education. We changed the name to Real Advisors because, quite frankly, we didn't really like the name Advisors Education. Real Advisors has a sexier name, and it really speaks to who we are as an organization. We are much like a record label, a publishing company. We publish experts, coaches, and mentors, operators that do their business at the highest level possible. And in return, we're able to create real education that helps our clients or students actualize real results. So We changed the name to Real Advisors late last year. Now, while all of this is amazing, I am more proud of the fact that we've been able to mentor hundreds of students and through our platform and network as well. And a lot of them are having amazing success because of a direct result of the training and education that we're teaching them. If you go back on any of our social media accounts and look at these posts, you'll see that most of the congratulations and praise for our accolades are coming from our clients. Why? Because we help them change their lives. Now, I'm also the father to 3 amazing kids, Cameron, Kyra, and Ethan Alexander. My oldest is 20. My middle child is she just turned 12 last week, or earlier this week actually. And my youngest 5-year-old, he'll be turning 6 years old at the end of this month. And I'm also the husband to the gorgeous, sexy, beautiful wife, Keisha Cross. Now, here's a picture of one of the last live and in-person events that we did earlier this year, right before COVID hit. And as you can see, the room is packed wall to wall. Our company used to host these events 2, 3, 4 times even per month to active investors. I want to make sure you catch that. We only used to teach active investors looking to scale their existing businesses. And this year, after COVID hit and everything that was going on in the economy, we said, you know what? Let's go ahead and change things up a little bit, because we know right now people really need help. You know, we did not want to teach newbies trying to get into this business because, quite frankly, and I'll be honest with you, they just didn't have the right mindset. My business partners and I said this from the time we started our business almost 4 years ago now. We only want to work with active investors because they already have the right mindset. They're already in this business. They already know it works. We don't have to convince them of anything. All they need are some additional tools to add to their tool belt to help them scale their existing business. So let's give them the systems, the tools, the resources, the SOPs to help them scale their business. Well, this year we changed that. In order for us to positively impact over 1 million lives through our efforts and our initiatives, we said, who are we to keep this information to ourselves, this specialized knowledge to ourselves? If someone's really looking to change their lives and looking for a leg up, looking to level up their lives, let's share this information with them. So this year we opened up our doors, and we are now sharing this specialized knowledge with anyone that is looking for an opportunity, and we'll take massive action with the specialized knowledge that we share with them. So that's what we're doing now, and we've been doing this for couple of months now this year. We've been doing it since I think April of this year, and we've had massive success within our students and within our community. And I'll share some of those with you throughout this class as well. So today, here's what you're going to learn and discover. You're going to discover what Ron was just talking about. You're going to discover how we're doing deals right now, making money in this economy right now. I don't give a damn about a pandemic or epidemic going on, because we're teaching you how to do deals virtually. We're going to teach you how to do deals in America, but because I'm teaching you how to do it virtually, you can do it from the comfort of your own home or from anywhere in the world. Now, you don't have to talk to sellers, buyers, or agents. You're not talking to any of those people at all. You don't even have to, by the way, you're not even buying or selling houses. I know that sounds crazy, but we're not even buying or selling houses either. And because we're not rehabbing houses, you don't have to deal with any construction or contractors at all. We're not personally inspecting any of these houses at all either. And because this business doesn't require a lot of capital, it greatly further minimizes your risk. And I'm going to show you how that works as well. And also, you can do this business part-time or full-time. How many of you would love to make a lot of money doing this business part-time? How many of you would love to do this business part-time? Let me see in the chats real quick. Light it up for me. How many of you would love to do this part-time? Let's see in the chats real quick. Light it up for me. All right. How many of you would love to do this business part-time? How many of you would love to make money doing this part-time? Yes, me, part-time. How many of you are thinking about maybe doing this full-time? You'd love to maybe consider doing this full-time. Okay, awesome. And so what's really great about this business is that you can do this part-time. You can even do it full-time as well. But even if you do it part-time, there's a lot of money involved. You can make a lot of money doing this business part-time, because we're talking about real estate. Now, in this business, I'm going to tell you this right now. I started this business when I was 20 years old, when I was a broke college student, didn't have a lot of money at all. And today I grew my business to the point where I don't have to personally talk to the sellers, the buyers, or the agents. I don't have to personally step foot in any of these houses at all. I'm not personally inspecting any of these houses myself. I'm not signing any documents to make offers to these sellers. I'm not marketing my deals. I'm not even showing up to the title company to sign closing documents to get paid. And yes, I'm saying all of that on top of the fact that you can do this business with no cash. You don't need any credit. and you don't need a real estate license at all, nor any prior experience. I know that might sound crazy, but it is true. But let me see in the chats real quick. How many of you think that that sounds too good to be true? Let me see in the chats real quick. How many of you think that sounds too good to be true? And by the way you're going to get the most out of this training, this class today, is by engaging in the chat with me, by interacting. So how many of you think that this sounds too good to be true? Yes, okay, a couple of you, awesome. And so here's the thing. The worst thing that I can do right now is allow you to think that this sounds too good to be true, because I would be cheating you out of your one chance and your one opportunity to position yourself for a major financial home run today. So I'm going to show you lots of proof, and I'm going to pull the curtain back on our systems, the tools, especially the app that I use to give me an unfair advantage in this marketplace right now. We're literally finding sellers through my system and also finding buyers on that exact same system, and we're just playing matchmaker. We're matching the two together and making a lot of money in the process. So I want you all to get ready, because I'm going to be giving you a lot of information today. So grab a pen, grab a piece of paper if you haven't grabbed one already, and get ready to take a lot of notes, right? Get ready to take some copious notes. And I want you to stay till the end as well. Stay till the end, because at the end, I'm going to give you some free bonuses just for staying on, at no extra cost to you. Just for staying to the very end, I will give you a private link that will give you access to what I call my automated investor system. This is the exact blueprint that I used to be able to buy houses nationwide, all over the country, completely virtually. Now, I call it my automated system, and you're going to get access to my buying systems, my analysis systems, my funding systems, and also my selling systems as well. Now, I'm also going to give away at the end of this training $500. 5 lucky people are going to get $100 each. Yes, that is correct. I'm going to give away $500 today to 5 lucky people who can follow some simple instructions. You see, the way that you become successful in this business, or any business that you decide to venture into, is you have to be open-minded to realize that you don't know what you don't know, and open-minded to receive coaching and direction and advice. And I want to see which one of you are open-minded. I want to see which one of you are coachable. I want to see which one of you can follow some simple step-by-step instructions. So at the end of this class today, 5 of you are going to walk away with $100. Now, today you're going to discover how you can make $5,000, $10,000, or even $20,000 or more in the next 30 days or less as what I call a connector that puts together high profit real estate deals that you find online literally within minutes, without cash, without credit. You don't need a real estate license. I know that sounds crazy. You don't need construction knowledge or know-how. You don't even need any prior experience. I'm going to show you proof of how this works. And I get this question all the time: Dolmar, is this real? Is this legit? Are you sure? Is this even legal and ethical? Well, let me show you. You see, just recently, we did a deal. I did this deal with one of my business partners, Lee. Here's a contract on a deal that we put together. This was in Sacramento, California. You can see right here, I crossed out some of the private information of the sellers. But you can see here, we contracted this property, and I signed this contract right here for $25,000. Here's my signature down here. Here's a picture of the house right here. We bought the house for $325,000. We sold it for $350,000. And guess what? Zero out-of-pocket money for this deal, right? I didn't have to invest any money in this deal whatsoever at all. And here's the copy of the financial statement, the HUD, the closing document, $25,000 to my company, the cash buyer team. So yes, this is real. What I'm sharing with you today works. I've been doing this for 15 years. The only difference today than back then, 15 years ago, is that thanks to technology, tools, and resources, we can now do this business virtually. So I can sit in my home in Tampa, Florida, or my office in Tampa, Florida, and I can do deals all over the country. This deal was in California. We have another 6-figure deal going on right now in New York. We have another one in Pittsburgh, and we have others coming up all over the place. We're looking at 3 other lots in Brooklyn right now. We have some lots that we're looking at in Kansas City right now, and all over the place we're doing deals. So you can do this as well, and I'm going to show you exactly how we are doing this. All right, so do you need a website? I see Michael said, do you need a website? No, you do not need a website at all. And I'll show you how this works. Check this out. So here's the state of the market. Some of you may have seen these news reports coming out in the past couple of months and weeks. The news is always changing. And here's the thing. Right now, we all know that there are millions and millions of Americans right now that are unemployed, that are jobless. Some of you on here maybe can relate to that. I don't know. Let me see in the chat real quick. How many of you can relate to that right now? How many of you are looking for an opportunity right now because you're laid off? How many of you might be business owners, you're an entrepreneur, but you're worried about your business? Or maybe you're sick and tired of what you're doing right now. You're just looking for something different. How many of you can relate to that? Right? A couple of you, me. I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm a former truck driver. Yes. All right, Chanel, Ann, Michael, Francis, Julie, awesome. And Christopher, awesome, perfect. Now, you're just like many other people that we train within our community, right? A lot of people just like you jumped into this business just weeks ago and are changing their lives. And so when you see the news reports of showing things like this, the mortgage delinquencies have reached the highest level since 2011. This report was just a few months ago. Here's one from just last month. Serious delinquency spikes and has reached the highest rates in more than 5 years. You sit back and wonder, like, what the heck is going on, right? And right now, the country is in chaos and crisis. And I know that it's in times like this where opportunity is also there and available for people who have the right specialized knowledge, that are able to see this situation for what it is and capitalize on this opportunity. Now, right now in America, there's a huge opportunity. America is about to be for sale at a huge discount. Now, I don't want to come off like I'm an opportunist, but there are going to be millions and millions of Americans that are going to lose their houses, and they're going to need your help. And for us as real estate investors, we are uniquely positioned to be able to help these people, not take advantage of them, but help them get out of their financial situation and stress so that they can move on with their lives. Let me ask you a question real quick. What are some expensive items that people might own right now, where if they sold them today, they might be able to cash in on a lot of money, right? Let me see in the chat real quick. Drop it in the chat for me right now. What are some expensive items that people might own, where if they sold it, they'll be able to cash in a lot of money right now? So let me see some of your ideas. Let me see if you're thinking here. So I see cars, boats, awesome. Great, Karen, great, Greg. Francis, I see you. Houses, of course. Yep, jewelry. My wife. Oh my God. Not the wife. All right, so land, silverware. Okay, awesome. And let me ask you this other question. If you wanted to sell those things today to get money in your pocket today, right now, where might you go to sell those things? Where might you get some money today, immediately, if you wanted to sell these things and get cash in your pocket immediately today? Let me see some ideas in the chat real quick. Where would you sell your jewelry, right? Okay, some great ideas here. The pawn shop, eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, awesome. Pawn shop was the answer I was looking for. You see, what we're talking about here is wholesaling real estate. You see, when someone is in great financial distress, they're going to sell their car, their jewelry, gold, any of these things. These are awesome suggestions that you all put in the chat here. They will sell these items of great value at a deep discount so they can get money in their pocket to move on with their lives. Houses are no different. You see, when someone is maybe behind on their payments or about to lose their house, ruin their credit, they'll rather sell that house, stop the situation, stop the bleeding, and then put some money in their pocket so that they can move on with their lives. That's where we, as real estate investors, specifically wholesalers, that's where we come in to be able to help these homeowners get out of their situation, put some money in their pocket. We pick up a property at a greatly discounted price where we can then move on and sell that property, that deal, for a lot of money. And I'm going to show you some real examples of that today. Now, before I continue, I'm going to show you a lot of proof today, but before I continue, per the FTC, I need to read this statement to you just so that we are clear, okay? Because I'm going to show you some real proof today. So any incomes or earning statements that I share with you in this class today, I want you to understand that they are estimates of income potential only, and that there's no assurance or guarantee that your earnings will match those figures that I present to you in this class. Any income or earnings depicted here are not to be interpreted as common, typical, expected, or normal for the average student. You know why? Because the average student, most people enroll into classes like this, courses, they go to seminars and live events, they go to masterminds, and guess what? They do nothing. They do nothing with the information. They sit it on the shelf and don't take any action. Maybe they're comfortable with their average, ordinary life. My hope is that that is not you. My hope is that you are looking for more right now. You're sick and tired of the lack in your life. You're sick and tired of mediocrity. You're sick and tired of living average or below average, and you're going to take massive action with the information that I'm sharing with you in this class today. Just like I had to do 15 years ago, I had to make a decision. Even when my father, who's a pastor, told me that I wouldn't be successful in this business. Even when my friends told me I wouldn't be successful in this business. In fact, you shouldn't even bother trying, Dolmar. You are a freaking balloon artist. That's what I did when I was in college. I did these odd jobs just to get by, to make money. I was a balloon artist. I was a door-to-door salesman. Those are the things I did just to get by. My ex-girlfriends told me, who do you think you are? Balloon artists don't make a lot of money. You think you're going to jump into real estate and make all this money? You're crazy. You're silly. Don't kid yourself. And so I had all these limited thinking people around me that told me I would not be successful. And I had to make a decision 15 years ago. And that decision turned into a 7-figure decision today, because that decision has brought me and earned me millions and millions of dollars in this business. You see, it didn't start out that easy though. When I first got started, I failed on my first 4 deals. My girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife today, introduced me to her shady ass uncle who helped me buy my first 2 properties. Yes, I said it, my shady ass uncle. Sometimes family are the worst, right? And her shady ass uncle helped me buy my first 2 properties, and the other 2 properties I bought after that, once I learned, Dolmar, you shouldn't buy properties over value. You shouldn't pay more than the properties are worth. I way overpaid for those properties, and I lost money on them. And I bought 2 other properties after that. Once I learned, Dolmar, you got to buy properties below value, fix them up, and then flip them. Well, I'm a pastor's kid. I'm a PK. I grew up in the church. I have no construction knowledge or know-how. And so the contractors took advantage of my inexperience. And the last 2 properties I bought, didn't rehab them right. In fact, the last house completely fell down on me. Now here I am. I'm already broke, back against the wall, don't have 2 pennies, nickel, or dimes to rub together, and now I have no house. The house that I was rehabbing completely fell down. Now I'm $35,000 in debt. Let me see in the chat real quick. How many of you, if you had that start, after all these limited thinking people around you told you not to do this, that you weren't going to succeed, and you start anyway, and you failed on your first 4 deals back to back to back to back, how many of you in the chat would have continued? Let me see in the chat real quick. How many of you would have continued, still trying, still grinding, still pursuing this business right now? Nope, not me, right? Some of you are saying yes, but me. Okay, some of you, but if you're honest, some of you won't. And you know what? I said to myself, dude, I'm already at rock bottom. I'm already in the mud at rock bottom, the bottom of my nature. I have nowhere else but to go but up. And it was in that moment I realized I needed a mentor, because I saw other people being successful around my age. I was 20 years old at the time, and I just needed some proper guidance and help and support. And so I found a mentor by being resourceful. I found some money to invest in a mentor. Again, I didn't have a lot of money, but I found the money. I was resourceful. You know, there's a saying that says, if you really want something out of life, you will make it happen. If you don't, you will make excuses. And so, yeah, I could have made excuses. Yes, I could have enrolled myself into the limited thinking that my peers and colleagues and the people that influenced me the most in my life, like my parents, like they were trying to get me into, right? I could have easily enrolled myself into that limiting belief system, but I didn't. I went out, I sought the right help, and here I am today. I have done well over 1,000 transactions in my career. I own a business that's on the Inc. 5000 list 2 consecutive years in a row. I would not be here if it wasn't for a direct result of my tenacity, of being persevering and being consistent and persistent. All right. And so I'm going to share with you today how I've been able to capitalize in this business, this particular industry, sharing the exact system and tools and resources that I'm using right now today to really thrive and not just survive, because I want that for you as well. Now, here's what we're going to be talking about today. We're talking about wholesaling. How many of you are familiar with wholesaling, real estate wholesaling specifically? Let me see in the chat real quick. I've been there, done that. I probably would have just thrown in the towel. Okay, awesome. Thanks for your honesty. So, all right, so how many of you are familiar with real estate wholesaling? How many of you are not familiar with real estate wholesaling? Let me see in the chat real quick. All right. A couple of you have heard of it. So Karen has heard of it. Darren has heard of it. Chanel, Michael. Okay. Ann has not heard of it. Julie has not heard of it. All right. Paul, Arthur. Okay. A couple of you have not. So let me blow your minds real quick. For some of you right now, I'm going to blow your minds on what's going on. Check this out. And I know my webcam is not working for some reason. So, you know, we're going to do this a little differently than I normally do. So check this out. What you're looking at right now, this person right here in the middle is what we call a wholesaler, specifically a wholesaler. All right, so he's a real estate investor, but also specifically a wholesaler. So all of you right now in this class right now, I want you all to claim it, receive it, accept it, that you are all real estate wholesalers today. And with my training, my tools, my app, I'm going to show you how you can do some marketing, right, to find what we call a motivated seller. This is a motivated seller right here, someone that needs to sell their house. And through your negotiations, you realize, and through your due diligence as well, you realize, man, this seller owns a property, it's worth $250,000, but because it needs some repairs and so forth, I'm going to offer this seller $150,000 for their property. So through the conversation that you have with the seller, you say, listen, I'm going to go ahead and offer you $150,000 for your property to buy your property. So you send them a simple piece of paper. This paper is a purchase agreement, and you write on there, I'm going to buy your house for 150 grand, and you send it to them through DocuSign or through some electronic signature type of software. They get it right away, and you review the terms of the agreement with them. They like everything that they read. It's a very simple one-page agreement. They like what it says, so then they sign on the dotted line. Now write this down. When they sign that piece of paper, that purchase agreement, check this out, write this down. I want to make sure you don't miss this, right? I'm going to make this sexy for all of you. A lot of you are internet marketers right now. I'm going to show you all of you internet marketers, online marketers here, I'm going to show you all how you can make money sitting at your computer, at your home, flipping houses, and make tens of thousands of dollars doing this simple, sexy strategy. Check this out. When the seller signs that agreement, it gives you what's called equitable rights and equitable interest in that property. That means you now have the legal rights and authority to do whatever the hell you want with that deal, with that property. You can close on that house yourself if you wanted to, or check this out, you can take that piece of paper and flip that piece of paper to a third party, to a buyer, a cash buyer, this person right here. And so you contracted this property for $150,000, and you market your contract, your piece of paper, for $165,000 in this example right here. You found a couple of buyers that showed interest in your deal. They went to go look at the property. They love the house. They love everything about the house. And so they come back to you and say, hey, listen, I love your property. I love your deal. Let me go ahead and buy this deal from you. And so they execute a second agreement with you, which is called the assignment contract, where you, the wholesaler, are assigning your rights and interest in your purchase agreement over here over to this end buyer here. So this end buyer basically steps into your shoes as if they were the ones that originally contracted the property with this seller over here, and they pay you $165,000 for your deal. Write this down as well. We can only market what we own and what we control, right? We can only market what we own and what we control. We don't own the house. What do we own and control right now? Let me see in the chat real quick if you're paying attention. Darren's like, oh my God, really? Yeah, I know. For a lot of you, you're going to realize right now in this class right now, you don't know what you don't know. And so thank you for jumping on this class. Thank you for attending, by the way, because it shows that you're open-minded to learn something new. This financial skill set I'm sharing with you, by the way, today in this class right now, works in any market cycle. I don't care if the market's going up or down. We can make money even in a recession. This is why this is so sexy. Real estate is not going anywhere. Real estate will always be here. And because this is what I'm teaching you is like day trading real estate, guys. All right, write that down. We're literally day trading real estate. So if the market's going down, we as wholesalers, we just adjust our buy price based on what buyers are buying houses for at that given time, because there are buyers in every market cycle. When the market's going up and when the market's going down, there are always buyers. And as a wholesaler, we just adjust our price regardless of what's going on. And because I'm teaching you how to do this virtually, I don't give a damn about states locking down or different countries locking down. None of that matters. We're literally sitting at home on our computers or on our cell phones. All we need is a laptop, a cell phone, and an internet connection, and you are in business. This is why this is sexy for a lot of online marketers. So check this out, right? Let's go back to this again. So what do we own and control right now, right? The piece of paper, the contract. This is new. This is new so far, all right? So, all right, all we own right now is this piece of paper. And so don't worry, I'm going to get into some sexy stuff in a minute, because I'm going to show you how my app helps this be a lot more efficient and sexy and speeds up and accelerates your success in this business. So all you own and control right now is this piece of paper, and you sell that piece of paper for $165,000. Your profit is the difference between what you contracted this house for, which is $150,000, and what you sold it to your buyer for, this cash buyer, which is typically either a rehab buyer or a fix and flip investor or a landlord, right? You sold it to them for $165,000, and your profit is $15,000 in this example. That's exactly what we're doing here. And what was required to make this happen? You didn't have to use your own cash because we didn't actually buy the house. We're not even buying or selling houses. We're literally flipping paper. So you didn't need to use your own cash. You didn't need to use your own credit because we're not buying houses either. You didn't need to rehab the house because we're buying the house as is and flipping our paper and selling the house as is to our buyer. And you did not need a license because the contract makes you an equitable partner in the deal. It makes you a principal in the transaction. Okay, so with this business, you can do this anywhere in the country, in the United States of America, but from anywhere in the world or from the comfort of your own home. You don't need cash, you don't need credit, you don't need a license, none of that matters. We're literally just matching sellers and buyers together. Now, why would someone want to sell their house at a great discount? What qualifies someone to be a motivated seller? Because that is one of our main clients. We have two types of clients, motivated sellers and cash buyers. So why would someone sell their house at a deep discount? Well, maybe they have a property that's distressed, dilapidated, vacant, it needs work. Maybe they're behind on their taxes and their mortgage. Maybe they need to relocate. Maybe they recently just lost their job, just like millions of Americans right now have lost their jobs, all right? Maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe they need to retire, or they're trying to downsize. Maybe there's some illness or death going on in their family, and the insurance won't take care of the medical bills, and so they need some extra money to be able to take care of their medical and health issues and buy care and medicine for themselves. Maybe they recently inherited a property, and guess what? When someone inherits a property, the property doesn't take care of itself. Someone has to maintain the property. Someone has to pay the taxes, the insurance, and the maintenance on the property. The grass isn't going to cut itself, right? Someone has to take care of that. And if the property, by the way, is vacant and distressed and dilapidated, and the person that inherited this house doesn't have the money to fix it up, to have it occupied, then the house can become a liability. Darren says, lay it on, baby. Darren says, this is mind-blowing, right? How do you find buyers, Christopher? We're going to talk about that in just a minute. So the goal here is to find motivated sellers who need to sell their house, or else they're going to face, for some of them, many of them, financial ruin. And so all we do as wholesalers, we find these sellers and we contract to buy their properties at a deep discount. And again, why would they do this? These sellers would literally exchange equity for peace of mind. That's all they're looking for. They just want to move on with their lives and stop the bleeding, the financial bleeding, so that they can move the heck on with their lives. And then we as wholesalers, we take that amazing, sexy deal that we just got on the contract, and we sell our deal to three types of buyers. We have your fix and flip investor, your buy and hold investor, which is a landlord investor looking for passive income and wealth building strategies, or you have your retail buyer. This is someone that's going to buy the house and make it probably their primary residence, all right? So these are the types of people that we're going after, all right? So check this out. These are the 5 steps, though, to close your first deal, to close your first wholesale deal. First, we have foundation, which focuses on the mindset, the tools and resources you need to start and grow and scale this business. Then we jump to find it. This is how you find and source these motivated sellers. I know some of you are concerned about that right now. I can see it in the chat already. And step number 3 is how we analyze the deals. How the heck are we doing this virtually, by the way? I can look at a deal right now in Texas, and how am I contracting these properties? How am I analyzing these deals without physically stepping foot in the house? How am I analyzing the value of the house? How am I doing any of that? Well, we do all of that in the figure step. This is also where we negotiate with the homeowner and make her an offer, or he or she an offer to buy their property at the right price, where they make money, we as the wholesaler makes money, and our end buyer picks up a great property at a great price, where they too are going to make amazing money on this deal as well. Now, step number 4 is funding. Now, this is optional. You do not need money to do this strategy. Now, check this out. Write this down. I know some of your minds are going to be blown right now. Did you know, let me ask you this question. Did you know, Paul, Darren, Ann, Michael, Christopher, all of you, right? Friend, Greg, did you know that there are lenders out there right now today that will lend you anywhere from $50,000 to $1 million, and they won't ask you for your bank statement? In fact, they don't give a damn if your bank account is in the red. In fact, they don't even care if you have a bank account. They will lend you 100% financing, anywhere from $50,000 to $1 million to buy properties. And they won't ask for bank statements. They won't ask for tax returns. They won't even run your credit. They're not going to ask you for employment verifications, none of that. How many of you knew that was possible? Let me see in the chat real quick. Light it up for me. How many of you knew that was even possible? How many of you right now are getting your minds blown right now? How many of you had no clue that that was even possible? So Darren says, nope, I had no idea. For equity, nope, they're not even, no, none of that matters. They're not asking for equity, none of that. There are lenders out there right now that will lend you money without asking for a credit check. They will not check your bank statements. They will not ask for a tax return. They don't care about employment verification, income verification. None of that matters. and they will lend you 100% financing to do deals. Yes, it is out there, right? And so, yes, it is out there, and that's possible, but it is optional. You do not need money to do this business, but even in circumstances where you may want to consider funding a deal, you don't have to use your own money. It's called OPM, other people's money. And step number 5 is where we flip that property. This is where we find buyers, cash buyers, to buy our deals. We do not get paid unless we find buyers to buy our actual deals. Now, these are the 3 pillars to success in this business. Out of those 5 steps that I just shared with you, these are the most important: motivated sellers, cash buyers, and private lenders. And I'm going to share with you today how we've been able to leverage these 3 pillars for myself and for our clients to build a solid foundation for our real estate business that brings in a consistent 5 to 6 figures per month in revenue for our businesses, and how you can do it as well. Okay, I'm going to share that with you today. Now, let me ask you a question. What do you think are the 3 major challenges that most investors, especially newbies, are faced with when they enter this business? Let me see in the chat real quick. Let me see if you're thinking. How many of you can think of the 3 major challenges that most investors are faced with when they get into this business? Let's see some of your ideas and suggestions here. All right, no buyers list. Awesome. That's a great one. All right, so friend says no buyers list. Money. All right, Karen says money. Yep, that's another one. All right, what else? Get in the lead, Michael says. Absolutely. The cheat sheet was right in front of you the entire time. While these are the 3 pillars to success in this business, they're also the 3 major challenges that most investors are faced with. We did a survey recently to our list, and this is everything that they share with us. They still struggle with sellers, buyers, and funding for their businesses. So we went out and we wanted to solve those problems for our clients, for our students. And so I'm going to share with you today a system, an app that helps you solve those 3 problems. This app is the solution to those 3 problems. It is an unfair advantage to those problems. And I'm going to share that with you today. And here's what the thing. I'm not going to be talking theory on this class today. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing and what others within our community are doing right now, all the tools and resources they're using right now to make this a successful business for themselves. People like Jennifer Jefferson here, who closed her first deal and made $17,000 on that deal. Teresa here made $8,000 on her first deal and went on to do some more deals as well with another partner, by the way, 4 other deals, and she made $15,000 on those deals, right? Like Jody here, who had amazing success in her business as well. She joined one of my classes not that long ago. And check out this video. Check out this story. I want you to really listen to this story. This is a quick 1-minute video I'm going to play for you. And as you listen to this video, this is a single mother with a kid, of course. She is a teacher, and her annual salary is anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 a year. She doesn't make that much. And check out her story and the results that she was able to create for herself. By the way, she literally joined our program just a few months ago, probably 3 months ago, I think it's been now. And check out the results that she's created for herself already in that short amount of time. And while you watch this video, I want you to be present. I want you to imagine, listen, what if I make this decision that Jody did just a few months ago? And I also took massive, massive, massive action. What are the possibilities that I could see for myself from doing this business? All right, I want you to hold on to the possibilities of what could be as you watch this video. Check this out.
I bawled because I was like, oh my God, this is like my salary in one shot.
I get excited anytime students within our community have amazing success. And dude, Jody, I want you to share your story with everyone.
Like I said, I live in Fort Lauderdale and this property is in Atlanta. So this was all just done through calling and emailing and things like that. And, I mean, the experience that I've gotten was from the course.
And you have 2 other deals, hot deals.
Yeah, I have 2 other hot ones. One, the seller, he's ready.
And how much are you making? I want you to repeat that so everyone hears this. I had to get up and walk that off. I had to walk that off for a minute because I think I heard what I heard, but I want you to repeat it again. How much money are you making on that deal?
It's going to be about 55. Yeah.
$55,000.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I heard. And when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, I had to get up and walk this off. This is literally, so $30,000 potential profit on one deal, $55,000 on the second deal, and you have another one as well. Tell us about the other one.
And it turns out she has land that is literally walking distance from the beach in Naples. So I'm actually trying to figure out the comps with that, figure out the ARV for that one. And I think that one will be a good deal too.
How much potential profit on that one you think? I'm trying to put the math together here.
That was gonna be at least 100, only because she bought the land 30 years ago for 15,000. And the properties that have been built on the land are about $1 million. It's literally on the coast. They're $1 million properties. She actually said how she can't compete. She doesn't have enough money to build that big of a home. She's old in her age. So she's just like, just give me back the money that I paid for. And I was like, okay, I might keep that for myself. I was like, I wouldn't mind a house on Naples Beach.
Crazy, right? Crazy. You see, let me see in the chat real quick. $185,000, right? 100, and literally she was in this class just a few months ago. Just a few months ago. Today, she's already bought 2 other properties as well that she's keeping as rental properties in her portfolio. But school teacher, what's really sexy about this, what I love the most about this, is that her first deal replaced her income, her annual salary on her very first deal. Guys, we're talking about real estate here. That's why this is so sexy. And so many people like Jody are having amazing success as well. And I want you to ask yourselves right now, I want you to imagine, what would this mean for you? How many of these could you do per month, per year? What do you need to make to change your life right now? Let me see in the chat real quick. That's a question for you. How many of these do you need to do per month or per year to really change your life? What would it mean for you? Tell me in the chat real quick, what would it mean for you if you just, let's just say, by the way, write this down. The average profit on a wholesale deal, the average profit, the typical profit is around $10,000. $10,000 is the average profit on one deal. So what would that mean for you if you were to do just one of those deals a month, right? 3 to 5 per month is what I'm looking for. How is this done? This seems unreal, friend. I know. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you. Even one, right? One, freedom. Freedom is what this would mean for me. What? Greg is like, what? Yes, yes. People are doing this right now. Right now, they're doing this. So let's jump into this. Let's jump into challenge number 1. How many of you are concerned about generating leads, right? With what I've shared so far, all we're doing here is finding motivated sellers that need to sell their house. We're contracting their property at a discounted price, and we're literally just flipping that piece of paper to buyers that are also looking for properties in that same marketplace right now. They're literally already buying houses cash, and they're looking for people to bring them deals, and they will pay a lot of money for those deals as long as the numbers make sense. So, but still, how many of you are concerned about being able to find these motivated sellers, right? How many of you are concerned about that? Let me see in the chat real quick. How many of you are concerned about generating leads on a consistent basis for this business? Okay, awesome, awesome. And you see, I see a lot of people saying yes, it says very, I am. Okay, author, I see you, and Julie, I see you all. All right, so check this out. If you do not know how to generate leads or customers or clients for your business, it doesn't matter what business you may have, you're not going to make any money in this business. Right? Would you agree with that? Is that a fair statement? If you don't know how to generate leads or customers for your business, you're not going to make any money. And that goes for any business. I don't care if you have a salon, a barbershop, a restaurant, a dealership. It doesn't matter what your business is. You need to know how to generate customers. And if you don't know, then you're going to fail. And it's no different when it comes to real estate. And that's why some people fail. They suck at marketing. And so I'm going to solve this challenge for you in just a minute. Now, challenge number 2 is funding for your deals. And even though funding is optional, when you have money and capital behind you, things are a lot sexier and easier. You can start and scale your business a lot faster. You have options to do a lot more things, and basically the person with the cash in the marketplace controls the deals a lot of times, right? And so when you have money and funding behind you, things are a lot easier for you. Especially if you got $1 million sitting in your bank account. How many of you want $1 million in your bank account right now? Just sitting there, where you can reinvest that money in whatever the hell you want, right? You walk different, you talk different, your whole swag is different, right? And so right now, cash is king. And unfortunately, there's some lenders out there that make it difficult to acquire funding for your deals. And even though this strategy I'm going to share with you today does not require funding, when you do have some funding behind you, you can do things a lot faster and easier. And so this is a challenge for a lot of people as well. And I'm going to show you how we're going to solve that problem for you today as well. It's tough for us brothers out here. I see you, Greg. All right, but I'm going to solve it for you too, Greg. I'm going to show you how many others just like you, bro, are doing it right now. All right, so challenge number 3 are buyers for your deals. How many of you are concerned that you won't be able to find buyers, specifically qualified cash buyers for your deals? Let me see in the chat real quick. And I want to feel your engagement as well. I feed off of your energy, so I need you all to talk to me here. Right? How many of you are concerned about finding buyers for your deals? Me. Awesome, awesome. Because here's the thing, remember guys, you do not make any money on your contract if you don't find buyers for your deals. How many of you are concerned about, credibility? I've never done this before. Dolmar, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Why would any buyer want to ever work with me or do business with me? How many of you are concerned about that? Yes, too many BS buyers out there. Yes, I need buyers. Me. Awesome. And so I'm going to solve this problem for you as well today in this class. I'm going to give you the solution. The solution is what I call my automated investor system. And this system literally gives you sellers, funding, and buyers on demand for this business. So you don't need to spend any more money in marketing either as well. Again, these are the 5 steps to close your first deal, your first 5-figure check. It's foundation, find it, figure it, fund it, and flip it. And right now, I want to focus on find it, right? I know that many of you are concerned about how do you find these sellers, and so let's dive in and talk about funding it real quick. So right now, I know you can't see me right now, unfortunately, but right now I am sitting in my home office in Tampa, Florida. And as I look through my window, my beautiful neighborhood here, I'm looking at all of my neighbors around me. And I cannot tell if the neighbor across the street is in financial distress or ruin. I have no idea if the person next to them is in bankruptcy. I have no idea if the person around the corner is behind on their payments. I have no idea if the person up the street is behind on their taxes, right? I cannot look at any of these houses and tell in my neighborhood, just driving by or walking by, that if any of these sellers or homeowners might be in some kind of financial distress, just looking at the house with my naked eye. In fact, about 2 years ago, I bought a house in this very neighborhood about 2 streets up the road. I bought this 5-bedroom, actually it was a 6-bedroom, 2-story house, a 6-bedroom, 4-bath house, in-ground pool, beautiful house, just under 5,000 square feet. Bought this house for $330,000. It's worth $550,000 at the time. And the seller needed to sell that house within 1 week. If you were to walk by or drive by that house, you would never be able to tell that seller was in that much of a financial distress where they needed to sell. So just walking by and looking at a house, you won't be able to tell. But with my system, I'm going to show you how that works and how we can spy and do exactly that in just a minute. So what does a great deal look like? Well, when we are looking for motivated sellers, there are different lead types that we go after to help us find these potential motivated sellers. One of those lead types is absentee owners. An absentee owner is someone that owns a property, but they don't live in that subject property, all right? How many of you know someone like that, right? They own a property, but they don't live in that subject property. That is an absentee owner, right? Also, maybe they are in bankruptcy. Maybe they are a board investor or a landlord. This is a tired landlord lead. This is someone that owns a property, tired landlord. They've owned a property for a long period of time, let's say 10, 15, 20 plus years, and they probably manage the property themselves, and they're sick and tired of being sick and tired of the tenants calling them all hours of the day. Hey, the roof is leaking, the toilet's broken, the washer and dryer ain't working, right? The AC is not working. They're sick and tired of these calls all hours of the day, especially if they own multiple properties and they manage them themselves. So this becomes a very, very amazing, sexy lead type as well to find potential motivated sellers. Maybe they're in pre-foreclosure or even in foreclosure. Maybe someone recently inherited the property and they don't have the resources to maintain the property, to pay the taxes, the mortgage, the insurance. Maybe they own a vacant, dilapidated, distressed property. Right? You think someone might be motivated to sell if the house is vacant, distressed, and dilapidated, and they don't have the money to fix it up? Of course. These are the types of people we're looking for. Maybe they own a zombie property. This is a property that's in pre-foreclosure and also vacant. All right, so these are just a handful of the different lead types that we as investors go after to find potential motivated sellers. And so how do we find these types of people? Well, we use data. Data is key in our business. You see, data helps us to make smart, intelligent decisions, investment decisions for our business. Check this out. Did you all know that there are companies out there right now that collects and currently has lots of data on all of us right now? Facebook, Google, Apple, to name a few, right? All of these companies, the credit bureaus, all have tons of data on all of us. And so check this out. Right now, I could put any of your names, if you're in America, I could put any of your names in some of my systems today. Check out how scary this is. I could put your name in any of our systems. Yes, Adam, right? Friend, yep. Friend knows about one of them. So I could put your names in any of our systems, and I could pull up your address. I know exactly where you live. I can get your phone number, your email address, all of your social media accounts. I can get your driver's license number, your social security number. I will know what kind of car you drive. I know the license plate on your car. I will even know, based on some systems that are out there that I use and have access to right now, I will know where your car was last seen in the last few weeks and months. I will know if you own a house, who your lender is for that house, who your lender is for your car. I will know if you're behind on your payments. I will know what magazine subscription you subscribe to. I will know who you pay your utility bills to. And oh, by the way, all that information I can pull up on you. I'll also get a list of all of your relatives as well. And I can also pull up all that information on them also. Crazy, right? Greg says scary. Yeah. And so there's tons of data out there on all of us. And companies have been collecting data on all of us for decades. And so what we have done is we source that data, we buy that data from multiple sources, from NASA-backed companies, from the credit bureaus, and from other private sources that we source data from as well, even from public records as well, whereas that data is free. And what we've done is we've compiled that data into my sexy app that I'm about to share with you right now. All right, that's exactly what we do. And my app helps us to create a story on every house throughout America, where with just a few clicks of a button, I can tell if someone owns a property where they're behind on taxes, if someone owns a property where they might need to sell, if someone owns a property where they were a cash buyer, right? I have all this information at my disposal, right at my fingertips right now, because of technology, tools, and resources that are now available to us today. So after all of that, are you now ready to see this amazing, sexy system? Let me see in the chat real quick. I gotta see it. I'm not gonna show it to you if you don't engage, right? How many of you are ready to see this amazing system right now? I'm gonna show you how we find potential motivated seller leads. I'm gonna show you how we find cash buyers. I'm also gonna show you how we find lenders using my amazing, sexy app real quick. Awesome. So let's do this. I'm gonna exit my slideshow right now, and I'm going to pull my app on the screen here. Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see the app real quick? This system, the software, it's called Real Elite, by the way. Let me see in the chat real quick. Can everybody see it? Awesome. Ruby says, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. Show me now, it says. All right, let's go. All right, so what I want you to do right now, this is going to require your participation. And right now, I want you to drop some zip codes in the chat for me all over the country, only in America, by the way. This system works in America. I'm teaching you how to do deals in America, but because I'm teaching you how to do it virtually, you can do it from anywhere in the world or from the comfort of your own home. But this only works in America. But right now, I want you all to drop some zip codes all over the country for me real quick. And I'm going to analyze some of those zip codes really quickly. Now, while you're doing that, while you're dropping those zip codes in the chat, check this out. I want you to pay attention to me real quick. I'm going to be doing two things simultaneously right now when I do this analysis for you live right now in this class. When you get started in this business, the first thing, write this down, the first thing you must do is you must analyze your marketplace. You have to know, where are the buyers buying houses? Remember, as a wholesaler, we have two types of clients: motivated sellers and cash buyers. And we don't make money unless they're buyers in that marketplace to buy our deals. And so when you are analyzing the marketplace, you have to identify, where are all of the cash buyers? Where are the buyers buying houses? What zip codes are they buying? And what types of houses are they buying, and so forth? And then you go find the product, the houses for those buyers. And so when I do this analysis live for you right now, you see the zip codes in the chat real quick, right? So when I do this analysis from Ann, Karen, Michael, Marco, Ruby, Arthur, Christopher, all of you drop your zip codes in the chat for me, and others are coming in right now from Theodore, Greg, Fran, Sandy. Okay, Sandy, Ireland, I see you. Okay, so more zip codes are coming in right now. I can't do all of them, but I'm going to do some of them. As I do this, I want you to realize I'm killing two birds with one stone. Analyzing the marketplace while simultaneously building my buyers list of buyers, cash buyers, by the way, that recently bought properties in the last 30, 60, and 90 days in the exact same areas. Now, let's jump into it. Let's check this out. So Ann Daniels was the first person to drop her zip code in right here. So let's go, Ann. Let's see what area this is. So 27127. Okay, I have no idea where this is. I'm going to click on cash buyers right now. Why? Because again, we want to know where all of the activity is happening. I'm going to click on individual and business, because oftentimes these buyers will buy properties in a corporation name. I'm going to select single family houses, condos, and townhouses for now. And then I am going to click search. Let's see how fast the data comes back. Check this out. Let's see how fast the data comes back. Now, where is this? Winston-Salem. And look at this. Wow. There's not a lot of activity. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad you shared that zip code. There's not a whole lot of activity. Actually, all right, I misread that. I thought that said 700. So look at that. That's actually good. You have 1,700 transactions in this area. That's actually pretty good. I thought it said 700 for me. I missed the one there. And so what we do here is we look at the map right here. Right? We focus on the map, and what we want to focus on are the big numbers. Where's all of the activity happening? There's not a lot of activity happening over here. So why the hell would I ever focus my efforts over here or over here? You see, oftentimes when we get started in this business, people will ask other people's opinion. They most likely will probably go to a licensed agent and say, hey, or maybe even a friend that lives in the area. They say, hey, where should I focus my efforts? I'm starting to buy some houses. Where should I look to buy some houses right now? And so everyone's going to have a different opinion. Someone's going to say, hey, you may want to go over here because there's new construction and new houses, new developments going on over here. So you may want to check over there. Someone else might say, you want to go over here instead. They have some awesome grade A schools, grade B schools over here, and it's a great community over here. You may want to check over there. Really what you're doing is you're getting someone else's opinion that has no clue about your business. What you want to do is focus on the data. The data helps us make smart, intelligent investment and business decisions for our business. We're not guessing on this stuff. And so it helps us to greatly minimize our risk. So check this out. Right here are all recent cash buyer transactions in this particular marketplace. Let's look at another one. Karen said, Karen gave us the zip code here. All right, so 20785. All right, let's click on that one. Let's see where this brings us. All right, 839 in this area. Let's look at some others real quickly. All right, Michael says 30349. Click on this. Let's see what this brings us. Atlanta, Georgia. Look at that. Wow, 4,400 transactions. Right, over 4,400 transactions in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's look at a couple more. All right, 923. Let me type this in real quick. 92324. All right, let's see what this brings us. All right, Colton. All right, 971 in that one. Let's see, Arthur. Let's look at yours real quick. 35758. Okay, let's see what's going on here. 1,600 there. Okay, wow. Some of you are finally taking action and dropping your zip codes in the chat. You didn't want to do it earlier. All right, I told you the way you get the most out of this class is by participating. All right, so 55416. Let's take a look at this one. Look at this one, 2,400 transactions in this zip code right here in Minneapolis. Now, again, all we're doing right here is looking at the big numbers and where the majority of the activity is happening. Now, is this sexy or what so far? Let me see in the chat real quick. Is this sexy or what so far? Now, here's the thing. Over here, you see all of these buyers are populating right over here. You can tab over to see the next page. Well, all of these buyers are populating right here. These are buyers, cash buyers. You see the tag right here. These are cash buyers that recently bought properties in the last 30, 60, 90 days. Who thinks this is sexy so far? Come on, I got to see it. Yes, it is. It's super sexy. Hell yeah. Now, here's what you got to do now. Once you populate this list, just like you did for all those different areas, you click on this button right here. You click on this drop down. You see right now it says 25 up here. We're going to select all right now, though, and now it says 2.4, 2,400. You're going to click on My Leads. You're going to come over here to this drop down arrow right here. Click on that. You're going to export these leads. And when you export them, it's going to download onto your computer into an Excel spreadsheet. You will take that Excel spreadsheet and then you would upload them to a third-party skip tracing service. Skip tracing, write this down. Skip tracing means, by the way, it's just a simple background search to help you get the phone numbers for these people that you're doing research on. So when you get the phone number for these people, you can pick up the phone and call them. Now, right now, we're looking at cash buyers, right? We're looking at cash buyers. So there's a lot of activity in this marketplace right here. A lot of activity. In fact, let's do this. I want to see what's going on in the entire Minneapolis area. So let's look this up. Minneapolis, I'm going to take out that zip code. Let's see how much. Oh my God, 53,000 transactions, almost 54,000 transactions in this entire area. Right now, I was right before I did that, I was just looking at one zip code, but this is a huge marketplace right here. Let's look at Houston, right? Houston, Texas. By the way, I don't care where you live in the country, you can do this from anywhere, right? You can do this in any market. Look at Houston real quick. Look at this. Over 116,000 in that marketplace. Let's look at Atlanta, Georgia. We can even look at smaller markets, doesn't matter. Atlanta, Georgia. Look at this, a lot of activity, right? So this is sexy right here. I'm not guessing on this stuff. The data literally tells me where to go. And so what I do is I focus on where the bigger numbers are, right? Right here, 3,900, 2,300. Why would I ever do any business? Look at this over here. 5 transactions over there. Why the hell would I go over there and do any business here? There's no buyers over here. I'm not guessing on this stuff. The data tells me exactly where to go. And so check this out. I can click on any of these people right here, and it'll pull up the data, the details of these individuals. So I can see right here, this is the right, the details of that particular property. This is the owner of that property, the details of that property right there. I can click on any of them one by one. Now, let's look at the activity and the opportunity with the potential sellers. So right here, we see there's about 50,000, almost 50,000 potential cash buyers in this area. Now, let's look at one of the lead types. What was one of the lead types we talked about again? Absentee owners, right? Remember absentee owner, someone that owns a property, but they don't live in that subject property. This is one of the ways we find potential motivated sellers. So you click on absentee owners. That's one of our lead types. And look at this, almost 70,000 potential leads of potential motivated sellers in this exact same marketplace, right? Pretty damn sexy, right? Is this cool or what? You got my attention. You're bringing sexy back. Thank you, Chanel. All right, so look at this. I'm not guessing on this stuff. The data is right here in front of me. I'm literally giving this to you on a silver platter. Now, check this out. I want to bring this home for you right now. I want to put the pieces of the puzzle together for you right now so this makes sense for you. All we're doing right here is just like we did with the cash buyers, right? You download the list, you click all, you select all, you download the list, come up here, download everything, you skip trace it, write that down, that's step 2, you skip trace it, and you pick up the phone and call these people. Here's all you're doing. You're picking up the phone and you're calling the list, you're going down the list here, and you're simply calling people, right? You're calling people that may own a property in these different marketplaces. And so you call this person here at 1711 Barnesdale Way, and you say, hey, listen, I see that you own this property here. I just wanted to know possibly, maybe, might you be interested in selling this property? And they might say, hell no. In fact, how the hell did you get my number? And they hang up on you. They'll cuss you out. What are you going to do? What do you do if that's the first reaction you get when you pick up the phone to call someone? Let me see in the chat real quick. What do? You tell me, right? Yes, you move on. Exactly, Arthur. You call the next person. Why? Because you got almost 70,000 people right here in this one marketplace. So you call the next person. You don't wait. Exactly. Go to the next one, Chanel. Exactly, Julie. Do it again. So you pick up the phone and you call the next person here at 63 Robin Hood Road. And you say, listen, I see that you own this property here. I'm buying houses in this area. And I just wanted to know possibly, might you be interested in a cash offer today? And they might tell you, you know what? Not right now. I own this property and it's occupied by a tenant. They're paying their bills and it brings me nice cash flow right now, but I don't want to sell it right now. Why don't you check back with me in about 12 months or so? And you say, no problem. No, it's all good. I'll put you on my list and I'll follow up with you in a couple months. And so you put them on your follow-up list to follow up with them later. But you tell me, do you want to make money in 12 months or now? How many of you want to make money right now today? Right now, how many of you are on here because you're trying to get paid today? You're trying to make it rain today. You're trying to secure the bag right now. You're not trying to wait 6 months, 12 months from now, right? You want to make money today. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Keep it moving. Now, let's go. All right, so let me show you how you make money today. So you keep calling. You call the next person on the list, and you call the next person. And you say, hey, listen, I see you own this property here at Inwood Circle, right? 39 Inwood Circle. I just wanted to know, maybe, possibly, might you be interested in a cash offer today? And they tell you, you know what? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. I'm sick and tired of these stupid tenants calling me whining about this and that all the time. What's your offer? And then you get excited. You sit up straight in your chair and you say, okay, let me ask you a few questions. Do you have a few minutes where I can ask you some additional questions? And so they tell you all about the property. And you take your notes and you realize through your due diligence, wow, this house is worth $250,000, but it needs some work and repairs. What if I offer you $150,000 today? And they accept that offer. So you send them, you write up a contract really quickly on DocuSign or through some electronic signature type of software. And if you don't have DocuSign, by the way, that's okay. You don't need it. You can send it through regular email. Not a big deal. But today we live in 2020 and we like technology and we want this to go fast, right? So you use DocuSign or some electronic signature type of software. You send the seller a contract for $150,000. Again, the house is worth $250,000. You review the contract with them when they get it in their email box. And everything looks good to them. They sign the contract either on their computer, their cell phone, or a tablet. We're doing this digitally and virtually now. And as soon as they sign that contract, remember what happens? What do you get? You get equitable rights and interest in that property immediately. You immediately are a principal in that transaction. You immediately have the legal right and authority to close on that house yourself or flip that piece of paper to another buyer. So what do we got to do now? Let me see in the chat. What's our next step? Now that we have this house on the contract, what's our next step? What do we got to do next? Let me see in the chat real quick. What's our next step? We have this awesome, this sexy deal on the contract. What do we got? What's our next step? What do we got to do now? Right? Exactly. We got to find a cash buyer. But you're telling me like, Dolmar, I'm just starting this business. Where the hell am I going to find a buyer? I don't have any buyers. Where the hell am I going to find a buyer? Well, you forget the system you're looking at right now. I just showed you how to find the buyers. So you come to this exact same system right here. What zip code are we in right now? 30309. Let's type that in. 30309. Let's see what comes up in this area. So you come in this system. The exact same zip code. Look at this. Oh my God. Over 3,000 buyers in this one zip code, guys. And so you pick up the phone, just like we did with the sellers. You pick up the phone, you skip trace them, you pick up the phone, and you call buyers. Cash buyers that recently bought houses for cash in the last 30, 60, 90 days in the same area, the same zip code, the same community, the same subdivision of the exact same house that you just put on your contract. You pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, listen, I see that you own this property here, and I just wanted to let you know I just contracted a property in this exact same area, and I wanted to know maybe might you be interested in buying another property or adding another property to your portfolio? Maybe the first person says no. Then you pick up the phone again and call the next person and then call the next person until you get a couple of people who raise their hand and say, yes, I'm interested in buying more properties. What do you got? And then you get excited and say, okay, awesome. Give me your email address and I'll send you all the details. You send them the details about your amazing, sexy, juicy deal. They go inspect the property. They love everything that they saw about the property. They come back to you and say, oh my God, what was your asking price for this property? Remember, you have it on the contract for $150. You tell them, actually, you guys tell me, how much money do y'all want to make on this deal? Let me see in the chat real quick. How much money do y'all want to make on this deal right now? You give me some numbers in the chat real quick. How much money are you trying to make on this awesome, sexy, juicy deal that you just contracted right now today? All right, I see a bunch of numbers here. 25, okay, awesome. Give me some numbers. All right, you guys being, all right, there you go. All right, let's say 20,000. All right, Karen says 20,000. So let's use that number. So what do we got to sell this contract for to make 20 grand? You guys tell me in the chat real quick. Let me see if you're paying attention. How much do we have to market this contract for? Remember, we're marketing our contract, not the house. How much do we need to market our contract for first to make $20,000? Exactly, Karen, $170,000. We have it on the contract for $150. We want to make 20 grand. We market it to find a buyer for $170,000. The house is worth, once it's fixed up though, it will be worth $250,000. So a buyer comes and says, okay, I like your deal. I see I can buy this house for $170. I'll put maybe $20,000, $30,000 of work into it, and I can sell it for $250,000 and make a bunch of money myself as well. And so they say, yes, I love this amazing deal. Let's go ahead and contract to buy this property from you. I'll bring my cash and I'll close on this deal from you. You then execute, remember, an assignment contract, which allows you to assign your contract, your rights, your interest in that property, that deal, over to this other buyer. And at the end of the day, when this deal closes, you walk away with a $20,000 payday. Again, you didn't use your own cash because we're not buying the house. You didn't need to get your credit check or RAN because you're not taking out a loan. You didn't have to hire any contractors or deal with any of that BS. You also don't even need to have construction knowledge and know-how because we're not rehabbing the houses. You didn't need to have a real estate license because you are a principal in the transaction because you have it on the contract. You see how sexy this is? And you're using my app, my system, my software to find the sellers and find the buyers in the exact same areas. You're literally finding sellers who probably want to sell, and you're finding buyers that recently bought houses cash in the exact same area. And you're just matching the two together, and you're making tens of thousands of dollars doing this over and over and over again. With this system, you can create your own economy. I don't care what's going out there in the marketplace. With this system, you can create your own stimulus check. You're not dealing with tenants not paying you rent. You're not dealing with toilets and hammering nails and none of that stuff. You're literally flipping pieces of paper. There's so many people doing this right now, making crazy amounts of money. I know for some of you right now, your minds are blown that this is even a thing, right? Check this out now. I got to solve challenge number 3 for you real quick. Now, challenge number 3 is lenders, right? And so let's look real quick. Let's just pick a market real quick. I'll just show you this real quickly for the sake of time. Atlanta, Georgia. All right, Atlanta, Georgia, private lenders right here. over 2,800 private lenders in this marketplace right here. All right, so you come in here in this system, you put in any market that you want to. Let's put Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Right, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. All right. Oh, my system's messed up. All right, reached my limit. All right, so I reached my limit for today on my my demo account. All right, but you put any area that you want, and right away it'll give you a list of private lenders in that particular area. All right, so that's exactly how this works. Pretty cool, pretty sexy. Now let me go back to my presentation here. And so who thinks that was sexy? Let me see in the chat real quick. Who thinks that was sexy? That was sexy. Let me see it in the chat real quick. I got to see it. All right, got to see it. Who thinks that was super sexy? Hella sexy. Yes, yes, absolutely. Hell yeah. And so I know you might be thinking right now, but Dolmar, I don't know all the pieces of the puzzle. What about this? What about that? Listen, to be a great wholesaler, you just have to focus and become a great marketer. And a lot of people suck at the marketing part, and this is why my system really solves that problem for you. It gives you a true unfair advantage getting started in this business. All you got to focus on right now, is generating leads. That's it. This is sexy, Greg says in all caps. It's exciting. I see you. Awesome. And so I'm going to show you with this system, using my exact systems, my tools, my resources, is how Puff, who I talked about earlier, was able to get 4 deals. Made 30 grand in her first 30 days. And she went on to do 16 deals in 4 months, by the way. And one of those deals she kept as a rental for herself, and which is a sexy thing about this as well. Because we're doing this business, we're teaching you how to pick up properties at deep discounts. Sometimes you may want to cherry pick some of those deals and keep it for yourself. You may not want to sell it. We have Denise here. If you're on my Instagram account, if you ever go on my Instagram account, you have Denise here who was able to use this system, these resources, my exact app that I'm showing you right now, and she was able to use this exact system in just 3 weeks to just make $17,000, right? Denise made $17,000. And by the way, she was on this exact same class that you're on right now just 5 weeks ago. Just 5 weeks ago, she was in this exact same class. She took massive action. She used this app. If you listen to that video, listen to her story, she used this exact same app. She found the sellers on the same app. Then she went in the exact same app and found buyers in the exact same area. Sold the property, the entire transaction from beginning to end, from contracting the property with the seller to selling the property to the buyer, all of it took 3 weeks. She contracted the property on September 14th. She got paid on October 5th. This month, just a few days ago, right? $17,000. No, by the way, she also has 2 other deals in her pipeline as well right now that she's working right now using the exact same system. And those 2 other deals are going to add up to potential profits of 36. Actually, that's a typo right here, right? It's $36,000, right? Not $36, right? It's going to add up to $36,000. Those other two potential deals. One of them is like one of them alone is $25,000 on that other deal. How many of you would love to make that kind of money right now? How many of you would love to make that kind of money in that kind of time frame as well? Again, because we're talking real estate, we're talking about big profits, big potential here. Now, what I want you all to do real quick for me is take a picture of the training real quick, take a picture of these slides, and I want you to go right now on Instagram or social media, and I want you to tag my name, Dolmar Cross, and tag my company name as well, Real Advisors. All right, so tag my name, and for those of you, remember I told you I'm going to give away $500 today for those of you that are taking action and can follow some simple instructions. You do this right now. Take a picture of your notes, take a picture of this slide or any of the slides. It doesn't matter which slide, but do it as quickly as possible and tag my name, Dolmar Cross, on Instagram. Put it in your Insta story or make a post. I don't know, whatever you want to do to grab my attention or my team's attention, and tag my company name as well, Real Advisors. And that will automatically enter you for a chance to win $500 at the end of this training today. And so Jessica and Sean here also do this business. They live in Baltimore, Maryland, and they do this business part-time, by the way. A lot of you said that you're going to be doing this business part-time, not full-time, and that's okay. And so even doing this business part-time, because Jessica works another job and she does not want to leave that job. She's passionate about that job, and so she doesn't want to leave. But she, along with her husband, do about 5 deals per month. Remember, the average profit on one deal is $10,000. So they're making upwards of $50,000 per month in this business, doing it part-time. Crazy. You can do this as well. Now, where are my women at? Women right now within our community are killing it right now. They're crushing it. These two women here, Gloria and Andrea, are in Houston, Texas. They started real estate, this wholesaling business, before they came to us. They started this business in 2018. Gloria was fired from her job, just like millions of Americans right now are fired from their jobs, and she had to make a life change. And she jumped into real estate, and she jumped into wholesaling with her business partner here, Andrea. Before they joined our company last year, before they joined our program last year, they were making about $300,000 a year. Write that down. They were making about $300,000 a year, which is great income and revenue for a lot of people. But I want you to check out the results that they created for themselves now, just 1 year later after joining our program. Check this out. And again, I want to share this with you to show you the possibilities of what could be. Taking massive action in building a business for yourself, where you no longer have to answer to anyone else ever again. You don't have to worry about building someone else's empire. You don't have to worry about asking permission when you can get time off from work. You don't have to worry about anyone holding you back or pushing you down ever again in your life. Now you're doing this for yourself, just like these amazing women here. Gloria was fired from her job, and look at the results that she created for herself now by just making a decision, be focused, and taking massive, massive action. Check this out as you listen to this. Before we check this out and see yourself what the next 3, 6, or 12 months can look like for you if you take massive action for yourself in this business as well. Listen very carefully, by the way. And by the way, as you listen to this, please note that this also happened during COVID, when others in the world were running scared, losing their mind about how they were going to pay their bills, how they were going to make money for their business. Right? A lot of people lost income. While all of that was going on, there are a select few people in the world right now, in the country, that know this particular strategy that I'm sharing with you today, and we did not miss a beat. While others were struggling, we were thriving. And oh, by the way, when the market does make that correction, which is coming, the opportunity is even going to be much bigger. Check this out.
I love it. And thanks for sharing some of those innovations that you guys are doing right now to adapt. So to keep this real, I want to, because talking theory is one thing, right? Talking about the deals that you guys are doing is one thing. I want to see if you're willing to share.
Yeah.
And open up the accounts, pull the curtain back.
The curtains.
They want to look behind the hood. Show us.
Show us. Show the money.
Show the people. They want to see.
So what do you want us to do? Put our podium?
What do you want us to show you?
So I guess maybe log into your Podio account, or maybe pull up a recent HUD statement on a deal that you have going on right now. Whatever you're willing to share.
Well, we just closed on a 10 deal. This was in March. So March is actually our biggest month ever. And this was still whenever it was COVID-19. So we can pull that up, and the deals that we closed, I think, how much did we close in March?
I gotta pull it up in Podium.
Let's pull it up. But March was our biggest month ever. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, so how do I share my screen? I have my bank account here.
It can't get more realer than that, right? We're showing bank accounts, okay? We ain't showing just Podio. We're showing what's in the account.
So this is a deal that we closed on the 20th.
Just a few days ago.
Yes.
Let's
go to that.
This is another deal that we closed on the 9th. This is another deal right here.
That was April 1st.
Wow, $103,000.
Yes.
I'm just doing the math right now. We're at 100.
That's another one on 401. Right there.
That was
same day.
And this is all in April.
2 deals that we closed in April at the same day. One for 140 and the other one for 22,500.
Man, so I was doing the math real quick. I had my calculator out just to add up real quick. If my calculations are correct with what I saw so far, that's $176,000.
That was just in April. Let's show you March.
We can't. It's only letting us.
Oh, dang it. Well.
So I mean, so we're doing good.
What did you do in March? You know, we can just talk about it. What did you have?
Well, let's pull up Podio. We will pull up Podio for March, because March was a really good month as well. And these are transactions that were already closed in March.
Man, so all these deals closed in the month of March. Check this out. Pay attention.
Like, I don't know how to do this.
This is March right here.
So that's the month of March.
That's the month of March, 184,000. And this is while COVID-19.
And look at this, Dolmar. It was only 7 deals.
Oh my gosh. So 7 deals in the month of March, 85,000?
Yeah.
And these are closed deals. These are not even like pending. That's what we close. So between March and April, what's the math?
Yeah, so I calculated, I think it was 176 that I calculated that you showed me in the bank account for the month of April.
Right.
And then this for March.
Oh my gosh.
What are we talking about, Dolmar?
A lot of money. Let me do the math real quick. So we're talking about $361,000.
While COVID-19.
$361,000 between the month of March and April during the COVID-19. Oh my gosh.
There you go. And this is like real. It can't get more realer than that.
Right? How about that? How about that? Theodora says, girl power. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The women are killing it right now. Fellas, we got to step it up. But that, again, is the possibilities of what could be. Now, again, these are the 5 steps to close your first deal in this business. And, you know, we have this policy with our company. We have a no excuse policy with our company because a lot of people say, well, Dolmar, I don't have the time. Dolmar, I don't have the money, right? Really, they're not resourceful enough. We give you all the resources and tools you need to be successful in this business. And with my system, we're giving you sellers, funding, and buyers. So you literally have no excuses. Check this out. When COVID hit, this person sent an email to my team. They had just signed up for our program in February of this year. And guess what happened? Guess what happened 1 month later? COVID hit. And they almost gave up. And she sent this email to our team here. Rosa is one of our team members, our client concierge rep. Deals with our students. You see the date here. Closed our first deal for $4,000. But she says, being a part of the Real Advisors training has literally helped our business so much these last 5 months. We had almost given up on real estate after the COVID situation and the financial strain it put our family through. But after seeing the way that Dolmar adapted to the changes and he got new coaches on the team, and he really gave it helped us to give it a last go. You guys really crushed it, and we're finally closing our first deal after a grueling 2 years of struggling. And we have quite a few more leads in the pipeline as well. We owe it all to you guys. You see, for the past 2 years, they struggled financially, right? They could barely make ends meet, right? The test, the trials, the tribulation, everything that they were going through. Some of you may be dealing with right now yourselves in your life right now. Some of you may be, wondering about your business. How are you going to make ends meet with your business? But these people right here, they were able to take action anyway. They didn't give up. They were resourceful. And they made money even during the COVID crisis when things were on lockdown, $4,000, and then she has many other deals in the pipeline since then, right? This is why we don't allow anyone to have any excuses of why they can't be successful in this business also. You see, not that long ago, I was in Chapter 7 bankruptcy. I got started in this business when I was 20 years old, made a lot of money. I was making upwards of $50,000 a month in my business. I was making so much money that even local newspapers wrote articles about this young 21-year-old kid killing it in real estate. I made so much money is buying nice cars, traveling, and buying houses all over the place. I was making tons of money back in 2005, 2006, 2007. But who knows what happened back then? Who remembers what happened back then? Who can guess what happened back then, right? The market crash. Exactly, 2008 happened. And right after I got married, I came back home to go from my honeymoon to go see a bankruptcy attorney. Yeah, and I've been saying a lot of things are sexy in this class, but you know what's not sexy is getting married and starting your marriage off in Chapter 7 bankruptcy. That is not sexy. That's probably not the way you should start a marriage. But thank God I have an amazing wife, an amazing partner today, who always told me, Dolmar, it doesn't matter how much we have or don't have, as long as we have each other, that's all that matters. I would literally live in a cardboard box with you, even if you lost everything, as long as we have each other. I don't know if any of you can relate. I don't know if any of you have a partner, wife, spouse, husband in your life that can say that, but if they're listening right now next to you, you should probably say yes, you do. But that was me, and I was very blessed to have Keisha is her name in my life, and she stood by my side through the ups and downs. And when I lost everything during that recession, I almost gave up on real estate. I literally did give up for 2 years. And for 2 years, I gave up on real estate. I lost all of my houses. My cars were repossessed. I lost everything. I was literally at rock bottom. I became embarrassed. I was depressed. I became a recluse. You know, here I am, this guy that even, you know, local newspapers were writing articles about me, and now here I am. I lost everything. And for 2 years, I didn't protect my mindset. I became a recluse. I retreated to my house. Like, I didn't know what to do. You couldn't talk to me about real estate. I didn't want to hear anything. And it was the 2 worst years of my entire life. I had a 2-year-old daughter at the time. She just turned 12. And, you know, back then I didn't know how I was going to pay the bills. I couldn't put food on the table. I couldn't buy diapers for my 2-year-old daughter. It was the worst time of my life. But you know what? Even during that time, even during my bankruptcy, I decided to get back into real estate eventually. After I met 3 other guys who helped me shift my mindset and get back into the game. They helped to remind me of who I was. And they told me the 2 simple things that I needed to shift to get back into this business. So I want you to pay attention to this time frame right here, because you know some of you may be struggling and some of you may not be, some of you may be, and this is why I say we have no excuses. Look at the time frame right there. Look at the date, May of 2011. That was my Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And around the exact same time, pay attention to the dates right here, around that exact same time, the lowest point in my life, I decided to get back into real estate. That was the answer to my situation, to change my circumstance, just get back into real estate and start crushing it. My first month, I only did 1 deal. That is the time frame, by the way, that my company, 3-Day Cash Buyers, was born. My first month, I only did 1 deal. My second month, I did 7 deals. And oh, by the way, that was all without the system that I'm sharing with you today. By my 3rd month, check this out, by my 3rd month, pay attention to that date again, just 3 months later, I sent this email to one of my lenders and said, hey, we have 17 properties on the contract this month alone. I'm closing on 2 more houses here, and it looks like we're gonna need some additional funds to be able to close on all these houses we got coming up. By my 3rd month, I had 17 properties on the contract. And I know some of you might be thinking to yourself right now, yeah, right. Well, thankfully, it's all verifiable by going on public records and doing the research yourself. Look at my company, right? 3-Day Cash Buyers, look at the dates. I was closed on deals over and over and over again. I became one of the biggest buyers in that primary marketplace that I got started in. And I was able to build a business that also ran virtually, because this market that I started back in 2011 was 2.5 hours away from where I lived. And it got pretty tiring very quickly to drive to that market almost every day to look at houses. So I had to develop and innovate this virtual process and system that I have today that allows me to buy houses without personally talking to the sellers, buyers, or agents, without physically stepping foot in any of the houses, without signing any contracts myself, without marketing my own deals, without even signing documents when it's time to close on these properties. And I'm doing it all without using my own cash, without using my own credit, and without a real estate license. And I've been able to build this business that helps me to actualize the financial freedom that most people desire and want, where I can travel the world and do whatever I want, go wherever I want, with whomever I want, on my own terms, right? How many of you want that kind of lifestyle? Here I am traveling to Jamaica and Costa Rica and sliding down a 1/2 mile long slide down the mountains in Costa Rica, ziplining with my wife. I'm surprised she still did that. Took my son and daughter to Puerto Rico, and here we are walking on the ocean floor. And here I am in Jamaica. Took my son to Jamaica, where I was born, so he can climb Dunn's River Falls. I took my wife to go see snow for the first time in Park City, Utah. This is my daughter at 5 years old, ziplining through Cozumel, Mexico. We are hanging out with stingrays in I think this was, I forget where this is, Stingray City in Grand Cayman. And here I am in Bahamas diving with sharks, right? We're literally diving with sharks in the open ocean with no protection. And we're also feeding them, by the way. This is like a shark feeding frenzy is what they call it. And my friends always tell me, Dolmar, you're black. Like, what the hell are you doing? Black people don't do this stuff. What's wrong with you? But you know what? I tell them, look, I'm living my life on my own terms. I'm doing whatever I want. I got one life to live, and I'm trying to do the most. And yes, I'm extra like that. You know, I'm jumping out of perfectly good airplanes, going skydiving. I just flew a plane the other day, and I have a whole bucket list of things that I'm trying to accomplish in this life and do. Live life to the fullest. And my real estate business helps me to do that. Here I am renting out a mansion to throw lavish parties for our students and clients. And I hired mermaids to put mermaids in the pool, and they're beautiful and sexy. And I know it's over the top. I know it's extra as hell, but I did it anyway, just because I can, and because I thought it was cool. And you know, we're just having a great time. This business allows us to do things like this, and it can for you as well, where you can make money like this and this and this and this. These are all deals that I've done virtually from this business over and over and over again. You see, if you were to tell me 15 years ago when I got started in this business that Dolmar, this balloon artist, door-to-door salesman that used to also stand on street corners in a tuxedo in the hot Florida sun, waving a sign trying to get business for a local dry cleaner, would be this entrepreneur today that has done well over 1,000 transactions, has a company that's on the Inc. 5000 list 2 consecutive years in a row, I would have never believed you. Why? Because of all the limited thinking people around me. My own father, Pastor Cross, who I look up to, right? He's my hero, right? He has the biggest influence on my life and the decisions that I make. He wanted me to achieve greatness. He wanted me to strive for greatness. But when I told him that, Dad, I want to be a real estate investor, he laughed. He didn't believe it was possible. It's not because he wanted bad for me. It's just because he didn't know what he didn't know. And if I listened to my father, who has the biggest influence on my life, I would not be here today. My father wanted me to stay in school, get a good education, graduate with a great degree, get a corporate job, and climb the rungs of that ladder to success, and hopefully retire one day. That was his dream for me. And when I dare come to him and say, Dad, I want to throw this all away and get into real estate, you know, dude, son, be realistic, is what he told me. My closest friends, people that I confide in, told me, Dolmar, the odds are already stacked against you. You're barely making $1,000 a month right now, doing the 2 jobs that you're working. You know, be realistic also, right? The odds are already stacked against you. Why even bother trying? They told me. My ex-girlfriends told me, they laughed. They made me feel worthless, like I was a nobody. So yes, I had all, maybe some of you can relate to this. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if I'm speaking to anybody right now, and maybe some of you can relate to this. I had every reason and excuse not to do this business. Every single person around me that influenced my decisions the most told me not to do this. I would not be here today if I listened to any of them. And I grew up with what I call the consumer mindset, right? The mindset that says, you can't do something. The mindset that says, you don't think outside the box. Don't be resourceful. That's not you. You see, my mother was this person. She'd go to the store often and look at items for sale on the shelf, and she'll balk at the prices. She'll whine and complain and say, oh, how dare they? Who do they think they are? I can't afford this. And then she'd walk away. And she conditioned me to think that way for most of my life. And it would have been easy for me in this moment of my life when I was 20 years old to hold on to that mindset and that way of thinking and not get started in this business. But I knew I deserved more. How many of you believe that you deserve more out of life? How many believe that success is your birthright? How many of you want to break the excuses, the contract with your excuses, divorce your excuses, and finally do something that can really change your life? Not just your life, by the way. We're talking about building legacy wealth, generational wealth, right? Get rid of that generational curse that you've probably lived with your entire life. How many of you truly believe it and claim it, receive it, that this is for you right now, that success is your destiny? This is your time. This is your moment. You just got to reach out and claim it and take massive action, right? If you have this consumer mindset like I've had growing up, forgive yourself. You know, I'll let you off the hook right now. You have to develop what's called a producer mindset. You see, while this consumer who's like my mom here, and I don't forgive yourself if you think like this right now, but you're going to have to be open-minded to shift this mindset, though, like I had to get into this business or any business you choose to do. You see, this consumer person over here, like my mom, says, I can't afford this. Whereas a producer says, how do I afford this? You see, semantics wise, it might not seem like that big of a deal, but it is. It is a huge mental shift in your mindset. It's a huge shift in your mindset. And so this producer over here is saying, how do I afford this? Because they know when they make this investment in themselves, their business, they understand the doors and ROI and opportunities that will be open for them. They will not allow anyone or anything to stand in their way. They will literally run through walls and break through walls to achieve and attain and actualize their goals. That is the producer mindset. You can do this if you have the right mindset. And all you're doing here, all I'm sharing with you right now is how you can model a system, a proven system that works, so you can create the lifestyle that you want for yourself, right? Lifestyle design is what we're talking about here. Check out this other video real quick. This is the last one I'm going to play for you real quick. I'm going to cut it short, though, for the sake of time. And this is a video from another gentleman named Jeff Henry. did $55,000 on one of these deals during the worst time for a lot of people's lives during the COVID crisis, and doing this business virtually. Check this out, and then I'm going to come back and wrap this up and show you how you can get started with our program today. I see you have another deal here.
Oh yeah. So this one we actually so you called me at, I don't know, like 10:30, and we just got funded about like 10:20.
What time is it right now? It's
right now
10:49.
Yeah, there you go. So we just got funded on this deal, and I can show you the HUD here. So I'll literally show you the check right here that just got wired into my account.
All right. Here's a screenshot of that payment. Look at the date. Right. What was going on during that time frame? What was going on during that date? Right. The world was going crazy during that time. I can show you a lot more recent case studies as well, but I want to show you this during this time because while everyone else was going crazy, the world's on shutdown, people losing their jobs, people losing their businesses, real estate investors, wholesalers that are doing this business virtually, that know the specialized knowledge that I'm teaching you today, we're thriving right now. $55,000 was on one deal, by the way, just one deal that month. How many of you would love to make this kind of money, right? How many of you would love to make that kind of money? Let me ask you this real quick. How many of you, $50,000, $55,000 actually is a lot of money, especially on one deal. But I understand some of you probably may be skeptical, maybe still on the fence, not sure that this is possible for even you. So let's do this. I'm going to ask you a question right now. I want you to be honest with me. How many of you would love to make $50,000? I'm going to use an even number just to make the math simple for me. How many of you would love to make $50,000 a month right now in this business? And because $50,000 on one deal might seem too lofty of a goal, we're going to say 5 deals. How many of you would love to do 5 deals? If you want, okay, let me see in the chat real quick. How many of you want to make 50 grand? Okay, of course, yes, me right now, me. Yes, awesome. I would, awesome, right? My life would be transformed. Me, I want to do it right now. Absolutely, you're speaking, brother. All right, awesome. So let's do this. Because 50,000 on one deal, and someone's already saying, yes, 50,000 on one deal is too much. Oh, it's not too much. I misread that. Okay. But some of you might think 50 grand on one deal, I don't know if that's possible for me. So let's do this. Let's drop this down to 10,000. The average profit on one deal is how much? 10 grand. And so if you want to make $50,000 a month, that's how many deals? That's 5 deals per month. How many of you believe that you can model my system, my process, and use my app to be able to see some success in this business and at least do 5 deals a month? That's 5 10,000 deals a month, right? That's $50,000 a month. How many of you, I got to see it in the chat real quick, how many of you truly believe that you can use this system to do this? Let me see in the chat right now. Light it up for me. All right, awesome. I can learn this for sure. Absolutely awesome, right? Yes, I do. Sandy, I see you. David, I see you. And Michael, Ruby, I see you. John Pierre, I see you. Awesome. All right, so here's the thing though, we have quite a few of you on here, and I'm not seeing comments from a lot of you still. I'm still not seeing some of you engaging at all. Julie, I don't see you. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Theodore. You commented earlier, where you at? Maybe some of you are still questioning that this is even possible for you. Maybe some of you are still skeptical and you're on the fence, right? Even after everything you've seen so far, you're still like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe $50,000 a month was too lofty of a goal. So let's do this. We're all smart. We're all adults here, and we get that life is going to get in the way. We all got jobs and other things that we got going on in our lives, and 5 deals a month might be a bit much. So let's do this. Let me drop it down. Let's drop it down to 3. How many of you believe that you can at least use my system, my app, the tools and resources and specialized knowledge that I will share with you to at least do 3 simple deals a month? Let me see it right now. All right? How many of you truly believe that you can use my system, my resources to at least do, I'm talking about 3 simple deals a month right now? All right? Yes, it's possible. Yes, I'm sure most of us would love to, but can we? I can't see the whole comment here. All right? I'm sure most of us would love to. The comment got cut off. All right? I got lots of calls from investors. I believe, period. Right? Having internet issues is lagging badly. Okay, I agree. Yes, absolutely. Here's the thing though. Some of you, I'm still not seeing comments from some of you that have been on here. Learning curve. Okay, so someone's concerned about learning curve, and I get it. See, here's the thing. And by the way, some of you are still not engaging, still not commenting, and that's okay. Maybe you have what's called the Murphy curse, right? And maybe some of you are struggling with Think conversations, committee meetings going on in your mind right now. You see, the Murphy curse is directly tied to Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law says this: whatever can happen will happen. And maybe some of you right now are struggling with seeing this as a possibility for yourself. You know why? Because Murphy's sitting right on your shoulder, whispering in your ear right now, saying, listen to this guy. Listen to this Dolmar character. Man, he makes it sound real good and sexy, don't it? It makes it sound real easy and simple where anybody can do this, right? That's Murphy talking in your ear right now. And so Murphy's telling like, man, this sounds real good. Hell, I might want to do it. But you know, Jamie, you know, Greg, you know, Tio, Karen, Michael, Chantel, and Jean-Pierre, y'all know, Don, you know you ain't gonna do this. You remember that one time you tried this over here and you failed? What about this other time you tried this other opportunity over here and you spent all that money and you lost everything? What about this other time you fell flat on your face? What is your spouse gonna say? Are you really doing this again? Another one? Are you serious? Right? And so maybe you've tried other opportunities in the past and they didn't go as expected, as you wanted or hoped them to, and you failed. For whatever reason, you failed on those other opportunities in the past. And time again, after you go through a couple of those failures, you start saying to yourself, man, I don't know. You start giving up, right? You almost don't even want to believe in anything ever again. Even when opportunities, real opportunities like this are delivered and shared to you right in front of your face, you don't even want to believe. And then you become what's called skeptical. You're not skeptical. You know what's really going on? You're scared. You're scared of another failure. You don't even know me. You don't know me or my team. You don't know anything about me. So you're not skeptical of me. You're scared. You're scared of yet another failure again in your life. If we're being real and honest, that's what's really going on. Even with all the proof, still skeptical. So let's do this. Even with Murphy sitting on your shoulder, even with him sharing doubt, planting doubt in your mind right now, where you're having these committee meetings going on in your head, like, oh my God, I don't know if this is possible. Some of you right now are like, yo, Dolmar, I'm ready to enroll. I'm ready to get started. I'm about to make a whole lot of money. I'm about to make it rain. You're already picking out the different things that you're going to start buying, right? You already know your life is going to change forever using this system. And others of you are like, dude, I don't know. Like, this sounds too good to be true. I'm still unsure, right? So you have this committee meeting, this battle going on in your brain, and you're not sure what to do. And so let's do this. I'm going to ask you this question again. Can you see yourself? I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Can you see yourself modeling my system, my process, using my software, my app, to at least do one simple deal a month? I'm talking about one simple deal a month. That's one $10,000 deal a month. That's $120,000 a year, right? We're not talking about 5 anymore. We're not talking about 3. I'm talking about just one simple deal, one simple $10,000 deal a month. How many of you, I got to see it more of you, hopefully more of you light it up for me. How many of you believe that you can truly do this? Let's kill that, right? Yep, yes. Awesome. I'm absolutely, I'm a little scared, but I'm ready. Awesome. Can I do this from the UK? Yes, you can absolutely do this from the UK. We teach you how to do that, right? You're going to do deals in America, but from anywhere in the world. Absolutely, for sure. I can. Awesome. So let me show you how to get started with us, right? Because at this point, that's my question at this point. Will you join us? How many of you are ready to get started? How many of you are ready to see what this is about and how you can get enrolled and get started with us today and start changing your life just like many others have before you? Awesome. Yes. All right. So here's what you're going to get. I call this the automated investor system. The entire program is called the automated investor system. We teach you how to do deals in America from the comfort of your own home or from anywhere in the world, because we teach you how to do what's called virtual wholesaling, right? We teach you how to do deals virtually using my app, my system, and software. You don't need cash. You don't need to use your own credit. You don't need a real estate license to do this at all. I'm going to show you exactly how this works using my program. Now, it all starts with what I call the Real Elite app and software, the same app and software that I just shared with you. At the core of the automated investor system is this app that gives you access to a national database of data and leads and information on houses all over America. We create a story on every single house, so with a few clicks of a button, you can find potential motivated sellers, buyers, and lenders in different markets around the country, just like we showed you live in this class today. Now, this data is updated every single day, right? So you have access to new data every single day. This has a real value of $9,997, $10,000 basically. Now I know you might be thinking, did he just pull that from the sky? No, this is a real number. You see, remember in the past I told you my company only taught and mentored and coached active investors looking to scale their business. And in the past, we have actually sold software for $10,000 by itself. Here are some order confirmations that came to my email of just that. And so when I tell you a number, I didn't just pull that from the sky. These are real numbers I'm sharing with you of value. And so don't worry though, you're not gonna have to pay anywhere near $10,000. Don't freak out, right? You're not gonna pay anywhere near that at all today. I just want to show you that when I say something's worth that, it is. Right now, the system is broken up into two different versions. You have your local access and you have your national access. Local access, write this down. Local access gives you access to just one state. Write that down. Local access means one state. National access gives you access to all 50 states. All right, all 50 states. Now, here are the results that our users have generated in the last 12 months of using our exact system. And with this system, with the program, comes this on-demand step-by-step software video tutorial. If you're not very tech savvy, someone said earlier, I'm not social media savvy. You know, I'm assuming you may not be tech savvy either. Don't worry, we got you covered. All you have to do is watch these videos and we walk you through step-by-step how to use the system and be able to have success with it as well. Now, I also host a 3-day live virtual online workshop. It's 3 days from 11 a.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern every single day, all right? From 11 a.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern. And at this 3-day live online workshop, I teach exactly how this business works. I essentially give you, write this down, I give you the A to Z blueprint of exactly how to do this business. You see, we've been doing this for almost 2 hours, having this discussion for almost 2 hours now, and there's only so much I can do in that amount of time. But this is where I have a lot of time, a lot of hours to give you the exact A to Z blueprint of exactly how this business works. What we do in this training is essentially break down the 5 steps that we've been talking about. How to build a foundation for your business, the tools and resources you're going to need. Right, we talk about different free resources you need to get started with this business and some low-cost ones as well. We talk about some how to find deals, how to find these motivated sellers. I'm going to teach you other ways of how to get started in this business, even without using my app. Again, we're going to talk about some free ways as well to find motivated sellers as well. Then step number 3 is figuring. I'm going to show you how to analyze deals, how to run comps, how to value a property, how to have conversations with the seller. We even go over a script, a very detailed script that allows you to close deals over the phone. And we don't just teach you the script, we even show it to you in action. We're going to show you us using that script in action. You're going to watch us talk to sellers on calls, and the sellers initially asking this high price, and then we get them down, way down on their price on that initial phone call. Right, we're going to show you exactly how that works. It's pretty sexy if I do say so myself, right? So we're going to show you exactly how that works. We're not just going to talk theory, we're going to show it to you in action. Step number 4 is funding. We're not going to, while you don't need funding, I'm going to show you how you can source funding for your business. Remember those lenders we talked about where they don't care about your tax returns, they don't care about your bank statements, they don't run your credit, they don't ask for income or employment verification, none of that matters. I'm literally going to share with you who those lenders are. I'm going to share with you other ways to get funding for your business as well, even though it is optional and you don't need it to wholesale, do virtual wholesaling. Now, step number 5 is where we find buyers for our deals. I'm going to show you other ways, even outside of our app, how you can find buyers for your deals. I'm going to give you free ways as well on how to find buyers that will be begging you to buy your deal. I'm going to show you how to talk to them, how to build credibility with them, how to market your deals to them, and we're also going to go over all of the paperwork, the purchase agreement, the assignment contract, the sales contract, the addendums. Everything will be discussed and taught during this 3-day live training. Now, if you cannot make the days for this training, don't worry, it will also be recorded for you. So even if you have to miss some of it due to work, etc., don't worry, we got you covered. All right, it will be recorded and you get access to the recordings 7 business days after the training. Now the dates for this training are on the order page that I'm going to give you in just a minute. So we'll share the dates for you in just a minute. Now this is a $2,500 value because when I was doing live events at the beginning of this class, I showed you a picture of us doing live events. Those events aren't cheap to put on, and we used to charge $2,500 per ticket to attend our events. And as you saw, if you were on this class early, you saw our rooms are always packed wall to wall. But because of COVID, we're doing things virtually and online now. And so because of the savings my company gets to save by not doing those live events at hotels anymore, we can give you tons of like a lot of savings are passed over to you, while we still give you amazing over-the-top value with our training. So this is what I used to charge in the past, but you're not going to have to pay anywhere again near that at all because we're doing this live and virtually online as well. Now, here are some of the comments that we got from people that attended this event in the past. Here's someone, this is from one of our coaches sharing that dude, 2 students already have properties on the contract already, right, from this training. If you all are part of our Real Wholesalers Facebook group, you see people in there posting all the time. I just came out of class and already got properties on the contract as well. Here's another person, $45,000 deal coming right out of this 3-day training. Right, here's another message that someone sent me on our Instagram. Dolmar, guess what? I got 2 potential deals under contract already, and the potential profit is $20,000 on those deals when they close. And then she messaged me a few days later and said one of those deals actually fell through, but she's about to make $25,000 on the other one. She actually miscalculated her potential profit. She was actually making a lot more money on this second deal. Again, these are people that come right out of this 3-day training. Now, you also get with this program a 4.5-hour training of me walking through that mind map that I promise you that you'll get access to for free at the end of this class. So remember that mind map I said, my automated investor system mind map you'll get for free? Well, for those of you that enroll, you'll get an additional 4.5-hour training of me walking you through all of the steps of that mind map, right? You get that when you enroll in this program. And it's an amazing training. You also get access to my forms and agreements, all of my resources, so my purchase agreement, my assignment contract, my sales contract, my scripts, everything that you will need to be able to do this business, you will get during this 3-day training. Our entire goal with this 3-day training is to make sure that you have all the information, all of my relationships, all of the specialized knowledge and resources and tools you need, so by the end of the 3-day training, you can go out and have the confidence to do your own deals. We're not like other companies out there that hold back. We're literally going to answer every question you have. We're going to pull the curtain back on everything. We're going to go into great detail, step by step by step by step. Ask anyone who has ever attended this training in the past, they will tell you it is amazing. We give way more value than your investment in this program. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So here's a recap of everything that you get. You're going to get access to what we call our Real Elite software and app. That is a $10,000 value. You're going to get 2 months of the software as well included. You're going to get a 3-day live training. You're going to get our wholesaling masterclass. You're also going to get the forms and agreements and software tools and tutorials, that everything that you need to be able to do this business. You're going to get all of that with this program. This has a $14,000 value. Now, my question to you is, if all this system did was help you to close just one deal a month, one $10,000 deal a month, just like many of you said you could do if you use this system, how many of you believe that this system would be worth it? Let me see in the chat real quick. How many of you believe that this system would be worth it? If it helped, all it did was help you do just one $10,000 deal a month. I see people here asking if it works from Africa. Yes, absolutely. Again, you're doing deals in America, but from anywhere in the world. Do I need an LLC? No, you do not need an LLC to get started. Well, and what I'll do is I'll actually answer some questions at the end here, right? So yes, absolutely, it would be worth it. Awesome, exactly. And so here's the thing though, you're not gonna have to pay anywhere near $14,000 at all. You're not gonna have to pay $10,000 or even $20,000 at all. You don't have to pay $14,000, $5,000, or even $1,000. Here's what I'm gonna do. For the first 30 people that test drive this system, that run, not walk, but run right now to get enrolled, I'm gonna do an amazing offer for you right now. I'm gonna give you an amazing offer. Here's the thing. Remember, this system is broken up into 2 parts. You have 2 options. Local access, which is 1 state, or you have national access, which gives you instant access to data throughout the entire country, all 50 states. 1 state is $497 to get started and $97 a month. Now, we basically charge $500 for each state. So if you got all 50 states, we're looking at $25,000. That's a great value because of the kind of money you can make in this business. But we give a discount when you get enrolled today for $5,000 for all 50 states. However, I'm going to do a special again for the first 30 people. And if you're one of the first 30 people that run, not walk, and get enrolled right now, there's the website on the screen right there, realadvisors.com/Ron. I'm going to slash this $5,000 price for the entire country, all 50 states, to just $500, right? So $497 plus $97 a month will get you going. Right now, today, all you have to do right now is go to realadvisors.com/Ron, and it will give you access to the software, the 3-day live training, virtual training that I'm hosting, where I go over everything in great detail, and nothing's held back at all. My contracts, my scripts, everything for just $497. All right, go to realadvisors.com right now /Ron to get enrolled. Or you can call my team right here. I have a team standing by. Our advisors are standing by as well. If you have concerns about ordering online, you can call my team right now, 813-906-0909. They will help you get enrolled as well. If you're calling from another country, you can still call that number as well. All right, so go right now to realadvisors.com /Ron to get enrolled right away. Here's what the let me see real quick. Here's what the website will look like when you go there. So you'll come to a page like this. You can see right here, the price is $4.97 right now. Once we hit our goal, right? Once we hit the cap of 30 people, my team manually will change this price right here back to $5,000 for the entire country. But right now, it's $4.97 for the entire country. Once we hit 30 people, it will go back to $500 for just one state or $5,000 for the entire country. So hopefully you are one of the first 30 people that get started right away. And here are the dates for the next upcoming event right here. The next 3-day event is right here, okay? So $4.97 gets you started right away in this program, okay? Now, I'm gonna give you something else as well. I'm gonna make this even section sweeter for you. What I'm going to do, because I really believe in my system and program, I'm going to waive the monthly fee to $97 a month for 2 months. So when you get enrolled today, I'm going to give you 2 months of access to the software, this app, the same app that Denise used to make $17,000 on her first deal. And again, she was in this very class just 5 weeks ago. She already made $17,000 on her first deal, right? And she has 2 others in the pipeline that's going to make her $36,000. So altogether, she'll walk away with over $50,000 in just her first couple of weeks in this business. You got Jody doing 6 figures already in this business because of the exact same app and software. So we already know it works. People are proving it every day. In fact, there's a video on my Instagram. You can watch it of Denise, who just did it just last week. She made this $17,000 check just last week, right? So you can watch that video and see for yourself. Real people are doing this right now. And so I know this system works. And because I want to really give you a chance to have some massive success with it, I'm going to give you not 30 days, not 7 days, not 14 days of a trial of this software. I'm going to give you 2 months, 60 days from the date you sign up. So you can test drive the system, kickstart it, and really put it to the test and see if it does exactly what I just shared with you today. So when you enroll today, your only investment would be just $4.97, just $4.97, and you will get 2 months of access to the software included with that investment. I won't charge you the $97 per month until after 2 months. So here's what happens after 2 months. After 2 months, you're going to have a decision that you have to make. You can say, man, this software works just like Denise is seeing right now for herself. I made a whole lot of money. I found the seller in this app. I also found my buyer from this app, and I walked away with a $17,000 wire to my account. And I have 2 other deals in the pipeline as well. So the $100 investment per month investment for access to the software becomes a cost of doing business, right? It's a valuable tool that's helping you make money in this business. So so after 2 months, you do nothing, and we just charge you $97 a month. That's it, simple. So we give you 2 months free. After 2 months, if you do nothing, you like the software, perfect. We charge you $97 a month. Now, if after 2 months, during the 2 months you have access, you procrastinate, you do nothing, you come up with whatever excuse makes you feel comfortable and makes you sleep well at night of why the system didn't work for you, no problem. Message my team and we'll happily cancel your account, and you won't be charged a penny ever again. Your only investment would have been just $497. Now, this is my guarantee to you. Write this down, right? This is my guarantee to you. Because I know some of you are still probably on the fence right now, a little concerned, still a little bit unsure, but I want to give you this guarantee. Here's my guarantee. Write this down so you don't forget it. My guarantee is this. I'm going to allow you to come to my 3-day live virtual training. And again, it will be recorded if you can't make all of the dates. I'm going to allow you to come to my 3-day live training. And on the first day of the training, if you do not like the information that I'm sharing with you on the first day, if you think that, again, too good to be true, if I'm not giving you way over the top value, way more value than your investment in this program, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow you to, on the first day, come to the training, go through the entire first day, get all my resources, whatever, on that first day that we give you, the things that we do give you on the first day, take all of that with you. And if you're not happy after day 1, then just message my team and we'll refund 100% of your investment in this program. I'm putting my money where my mouth is here. I'm so confident that this works, and no one has ever taken us up on this offer yet, by the way, knock on wood, right? Because it works, and we give way over the top value, way more value than your investment today. I mean, people literally used to pay $2,500 for this. You're getting it for $500 today, and the price will probably go up soon because my partners do want me to raise it. But you know, right now it's $500. All right, so get started right now. It comes with this 100% satisfaction guarantee. Now, let me put this in perspective for you again. What is one deal? One deal is just $10,000, right? $10,000 is the average profit on one deal. One deal. A $500 investment in your education to learn this strategy, this financial skill set that will allow you to never ever go broke again. It's well worth it. Well worth it. Real estate's not going anywhere. You don't need cash, you don't need credit. The barrier of entry to get into this business is very low. Think about this for a minute. Let me put this in further perspective for you right now. What are some other businesses that you've looked at out there? Maybe you own a business right now. Maybe you work a job right now for somebody else. Maybe you've looked at other business opportunities or businesses you wanted to start. What was the startup capital to start those businesses? You know what they are, right? Maybe you needed office space. Maybe you needed equipment. Maybe you needed product to start those businesses. To start this business, we're talking about a $500 investment in your education, and to actually do a deal, you don't need cash, you don't need credit, you don't need a real estate license, right? The barrier of entry is so low, and the potential profit on one deal is $10,000. Think about this. Let me ask you another question. How many hours would you have to put in at your job? Or maybe you own the business. How many hours would you have to put in at your business to make $10,000? Think about that for a minute. Think about that. Be present to that. How many hours would you have to work at your job right now to make 10 grand? How many hours would you have to work at your business to make 10 grand? You know how much time Denise and Diane and all these other people put into their first deal? A couple hours. I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 hours. Not a lot of time at all, right? To make 10 grand. We're talking about real estate here. So the profit potential is very high, right? Very high. So at this point, you have two choices. You can do nothing, and even though all of you are here looking for change, looking for direction, you're looking for answers, you're really trying to change your life right now. You do nothing, well, guess what? Nothing's going to change. I know some of you may be scared and worried, and guess what? Nothing changes if you don't make a change, right? If you're not scared, if you don't step outside the box, if you don't face challenges, nothing's going to change in your life. And so this is an opportunity to change what you've been going through. If the game plan of your life hasn't brought you to where you deserve to be, where you should be right now, then probably you got to change the game plan. You got to change the playbook. I'm giving you an opportunity that works, that's real right now, that's changing lives for many. Option number 2 is make the small investment of $497 by going to realadvisor.com/Ron and allow my team and I to share this specialized knowledge with you. You get my scripts, my contracts, everything, my software, my app, so you can do this business, get started. And again, on day 1 of the training, if you're not happy, just cancel and we'll give you your money back. No risk at all, right? So realadvisors.com helps you get going right now. And yes, you can also try and do this on your own, but you can probably face the costly mistakes like I did when I got started in this business as well, and waste way more money, lose way more money than the small investment we're talking about here today. All right, so realadvisors.com/Ron will help you get enrolled and get started, or call that number 813-906-0909, and my team will be standing by to help you get enrolled today. All right, so $497 is your investment today. That's your only investment today. We're not charging you the monthly fee for 2 months. The monthly fee is waived for the first 2 months. You can try the software, test drive it, run it, kick it, do whatever you want to do. And I will train you on how to use the app, and I'll train you on all of the 5 steps, the A to Z blueprint of this business on the next 3-day live online training that we have coming up in just a couple of days, and show you everything, pull the curtain back on this entire business. All right, so to get enrolled, realadvisors.com/Ron, or call 813-906-0909. Now, I got to give away some money as I promised. So here's some here are the winners. So my team will drop in the chat the winners of the $500 giveaway. If you follow some simple instructions, I told you, I promise you, and if you stay till the end, you will get $100 today. So these are the winners of the $500 giveaway. My team will drop that in the chat here shortly. If you are one of the winners, here's how you claim your winnings. You will contact that number, right? The number, you call that number that was on the screen, 813-906-0909. Call that number. Someone on my team will answer the phone. Let them know that you are one of the $100 winners. And at that point, you have 2 options. Option 1 is you can just take the $100 and be on your way. That's fine, no problem at all. They'll gather some information from you to verify and make sure that you are who you say you are. Verify your account, etc. If you are who you say you are, they'll give you a private link to fill out a form that will go directly to my accounting department, and my accounting department will reach out to you and see how you prefer to have the money sent to you. Option 2 is you can say, you know what, I really want to do this, and I don't want to just get paid $100 one time and waste that money or whatever. I would like to apply this $100 towards the enrollment in this program. And so for you, if you are one of the 5 winners, instead of paying $497 today, you'll get a credit of $100, and your investment will just be $397. All right, so congratulations to those of you who listened, you followed some simple instructions, and you took action. All right, so congratulations to the 5 of you. who won. Now, as I promised, you would also get access to my mind map, my automated investor system that I promised you as well. So here's how you get access to that. You're going to go to this website right here. The website is realadvisors.com/Ron bonus. Right? So realadvisors.com/Ron bonus. This is where I break down the entire mind map, my automated investor system of my business, right? How do I do these deals? How do I do virtually all of that stuff? So you get the PDF version of my automated investor system. To get it, you'll go to that website we talked about, realadvisors.com/ write it down, /Ron bonus. And you will click this button right here. You put in your name, email, phone number. I just put Tess here for now, but put your real information so you actually get it. And once you click submit, it will take you, it will immediately email you the mind map, but it will also take you to this page as well. So you can also do step number 2 and get enrolled in the program as well. So either page will get you access to get enrolled. So go right now to realadvisors.com /Ron bonus to get the free giveaway, my free gift to you just for hanging out with me till the end of the class today, and get going. All right, I'm going to play this last video. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to take any questions that you have in the chat. All right, so I'll open up for Q&A. I'll answer your questions live, but listen to this last video as well. And while you're listening to this video, you have my permission to go to realadvisors.com /Ron. All right, realadvisors.com /Ron. Go to the website right now, get enrolled. Make sure you're one of the first 30 people so you can lock in that $497 price point to get access to the entire country. If you're not one of the first 30 people, it'll be $497 for just one state. So make sure you're one of the first 30 people while you listen to this video. And as you listen to this video, I want you to check this out. Another woman killing it right now. She's 25 years old. She actually became one of our coaches recently as well because she's crushing so much. She's averaging around $150,000 a month in revenue for her business in the New Jersey market. She lives in New Jersey. And she was just telling me the other day, Dolmar, her name's Ella. She's saying, Dolmar, my business is automated. I have 25 virtual assistants working for me now. My parents work for me. My siblings work for me. My bills are paid. I have no responsibilities. I'm single. I have no kids. I'm now going to start traveling the world because my business is virtual. And so she's going to spend a couple months in Hawaii, Colombia, Mexico, the UK. She's literally going to travel the world now and run her business. And again, that's what's possible for her. And she started, by the way, she started with us last year, just last year. And she's already scaled her business to this level and this point. Again, how many of you would love to actualize this possibility for yourself, for your life, for your family, right? Maybe that's not something you want to do. Think about the things that you do care about. Think about the things that you're passionate about. Maybe giving back to your community, creating the world that we all want to see, right? Taking care of our family first, our home first, and then taking care of our own communities, right? Whatever you care about, real estate can finance that for you, right? So think about that. As you watch this video, think about that. Be present to that. And think about making the decision, taking massive action, being resourceful, having the producer mindset to get into this business and be resourceful, take massive action. Think about and imagine where your life could be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, right? Ella just joined us just last year. Check out the results she created for herself.
Yeah, I think that if whoever's trying to get into the business, at the end of the day, it works, right? It works and it's actively working. Like right now, the HUD is closing. I literally got the HUD 13 minutes ago as I was on the call with you. Literally, as I was on the call with you. It's literally closing as we speak, right? So we got a hold of the homeowner a little bit before, or maybe while we were in Puerto Rico. So within a month, right? Within maybe a month and a half, $8,000.
Nice.
Right. So that's one deal, and there's multiple deals that we have, which I don't have HUD for right now, but are closing in the next few days. Luxury deal. The other deal that we're closing next week, it's just a regular. We're making 15 grand on that one. But we have a lot of deals lined up. Where we could be in a position in the next few months that a lot of people are not in the market at all, and we're taking up that market share.
You hit the nail on the head right there. And so I had mentioned that earlier to somebody, is right now you're doing deals. You're doing deals right now. You're doing amazing right now. I think I just added it up. You have the luxury deal you're about to make 30 grand on. You have another deal you're making 15,000 on. So what's that, 45,000? You're making $8,000 today on the deal you're selling. So that's
we have another deal we assigned for 35, which is a great deal that we have in play. This deal, we have a whole bunch of 30s. I just realized, but We have a whole bunch of threes. We have over 100 grand projected profit to close.
Oh.
Not within the next month. Over 100 grand projected.
Yeah, with the 35,000 you just mentioned, that was 80 something. So so there's
Yep.
other.
We have a yeah. It's honestly like I'm happy.
Well, the other deals in the pipeline is going to put you over 100,000. And so I'm glad you said that, because while there's some investors that they don't know what to do, they don't know how to pivot their business, or they're just lazy because they were spoiled by the big hedge fund buyers that were buying up everything. They've exited the business. They've exited the marketplace, which is now more opportunity for you. And also, in addition to them leaving, in a couple of months, weeks even, the situation with homeowners nationwide is going to get worse. There's going to be millions and millions of homeowners that need to sell. They need solutions, they need help. And as a real estate investor, we're uniquely positioned. And as long as you have the right knowledge and know-how and tools and resources, you can position yourself to be able to provide assistance and help, just like you did with this other homeowner you were dealing with, and help this person while making a profit from it. So while you're making money now, the situation is going to get worse nationwide with the economy and the housing situation, which brings even more deal flow.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a unique, the stage is set, the conditions are right, the time is right. There's no reason not to get into this business right now, as long as you have the right knowledge and know-how, and stay connected to people like yourself. And I know you stay connected to like-minded people all the time. You're always masterminding every single day, and that certainly helps with some of the things that you're doing in your business to help you keep a fresh mind. So thank you so much for helping. And thank you for being a part of the real movement. Thank you for all you do. And again, thank you so much for willing to share and be so transparent with us.
Thank you. You're the bomb. I mean, like literally, you're the one that's created all this. So we appreciate you. All the coaches, I'm sure we all appreciate you. And obviously the students at the end of the day, right? All of this stuff wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So we appreciate your collaboration, right? Putting all of us together, because I wouldn't have met half of the people that I've met if Real wasn't here, right? So we appreciate you. I'm here, right? If you guys ever need anything. And if you have any questions, I'm more than willing and able to answer anything. Dolmar is the guy. He's the guy that you want to go to. He's the guy.
I really appreciate that. I really do.
Awesome. So listen, realadvisors.com/Ron or 813-906-0909. What is it? 813-906-0909. My team is standing by to help you get going as well. All right. So here's a recap of everything that you get again in this column over here. The Real Elite software. You're going to get instant access to sellers, buyers, and lenders nationwide in all 50 states. We're going to give you 2 months of free access to the app and software. So I won't charge you the $97 for 2 months, which gives you enough time, lots of time, more than enough time to test drive it, try it out, make sure it works, and does everything that I said it would. I'm also going to host a 3-day live online and virtual event. We used to charge $2,500 for that. You are getting that included in your investment today for $497. This 3-day training is where I'm going to break down the entire 5-step process that we talked about in great detail, allow you to ask any questions that you have, and I'll answer them and leave no stone unturned during this 3-day live training. You'll also get my scripts, my contracts, everything, every resource, tool, and relationship, by the way, such as those lenders we talked about. Everything that you need to be successful in this business, you will get to, during this 3-day training. Again, the goal is to make sure that you can leave that training with every single thing, my entire blueprint, so that you can go out and do this business, start your business on your own after the 3 days that we spend together. So your investment today is just $497. That is it. You know, a lot of people right now are concerned, and I was talking to Ron the other day. I think it was actually yesterday. I was telling him, you know, I always ask people to look themselves in the mirror and ask themselves, can I really be honest with myself right now and say to myself that I have done everything I can to make the right decisions and put myself in a position where my family, and just God forbid, my family, I was taken from my family, that they would be okay. You know, what if I got hit by a bus tomorrow? What if COVID came and affected me? You know, it hits home differently. It hits differently when, you know, people that are close to us are affected by the COVID situation going on in the world. And I have multiple people that I know that got sick from it and almost died, and some did die from it. You know, my own business partner, Lee, who's one of my business partners today in both our education and our real estate business, got sick from COVID. This guy is arguably one of the top real estate investors, single family real estate investors throughout the entire country. The guy has done well over 7,500 transactions in his career. All right, he's a top player, and he has a 4-year-old son. Earlier in April, he got sick with COVID, right around the peak of it all, and he was in the hospital, almost on his deathbed. He asked for God, he prayed to God one night that he would have enough strength to wake up the next day to record a message, a voice message on his phone to his 4-year-old son. This would have been the last time his 4-year-old son heard his father's voice. His voice giving him advice and direction for his future as he grows up to become a man in this world, right? This 4-year-old could have almost grown up without his father. He also asked for a second wish that he would have enough strength to be able to update his will. That was his wish, literally almost on his deathbed. Thank God he was able to get that, I can't pronounce it, get that medicine that they were given, and he was able to get better, and he's with us today. Still recovering from it, even though it's been months ago, still having post-COVID treatments, but he's here with us today. You know, for some people, they were not so lucky. My wife has a family member of 9 that live in a household in Alabama. 9 people in the same household. All of them got sick the very same week. Every single one of them, all 9 of them ended up in the hospital. 3 of them died that week. 3 of them gone. No planning, no warning, just gone. Today, a wife has to wake up in her bed without her husband next to her now. She has to wake up without her daughter and without her nephew. Did you make every effort, made the decisions that you needed to make, took action to make sure, God forbid, you're taken from your family, that they will be in a position to be okay? Think about that. I remember what it's like when I couldn't buy food for my daughter or diapers for her. I remember what it's like. I remember what it was like. Been there. I had to be resourceful. This business has literally changed my life, and it is changing the lives of many others as well. I hope, I pray that I can continue to change lives as well through the work that we're doing. I hope that you will be part of that journey with us. And I hope that I can play a small part, my team and I, because this is much bigger than me. I hope that my team and I can play a small part in helping you to actualize the vision, the goals that you've set for yourself as well. So realadvisors.com/Ron is where you go right now to get enrolled, to get started, or you can call my team right now. Actually, take a picture of this slide real quick. Take a picture right now of this slide. You can call my team as well at 813-906-0909. By the way, if you need help with a payment plan or anything of that sort, my team can help you out with that as well. We don't take payment plans on the website. We don't have the functionality to do that on the website, but you can talk to my team, my advisors. We have tons of them standing by right now. They can help you out with that if that's something that you need. All right, so call them right now, 813-906-0909, and they can help you get going. By the way, I just want to take a moment real quick to congratulate all of those who enrolled already. So I see John Paul in the chat saying I'm in. Let me just actually open my email real quick. John Pierre, sorry, not John Paul. Oh my gosh, John Pierre. I see that you're in. So yep, 4:26 p.m. I see you. You're in. Abigail, Adeline, L.A. Daniels, Arthur. Don't kill me if I mess up the names. In fact, I should stop saying these names because I can't pronounce this next one. Keiko, Tico, I think, maybe. I'm just gonna stop. Henry, Matthew, Chad. So congratulations to all of you who enrolled. I'm gonna stop saying names because I suck. That's one thing I suck at. I suck at saying names. So I apologize if I messed up your name, but congratulations. The list goes on. To all of you who enrolled, thank you so much for enrolling. Thank you for taking a chance on us as a company. I promise you this. We are going to way over deliver in what we are delivering and sharing with you. Come day 1 of that class, if I do not hold up my end of this, you are free to ask for 100% refunds, and my team will refund every bit of this program back to you. But we've never had that happen yet, so I'm not worried about it. And you will also get 2 months of access to the software to really test drive it. So that's all I got. Ron, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Wow, amazing presentation. And I could tell it's amazing because a lot of people stayed with us the entire 2.5 hours. So people were saying, Theodora said, love the presentation. Show Dolmar some love in the comments if you enjoyed this presentation. I mean, he gave you guys a seminar here today. I'm too close to the mic.
And
I have a
says,
bad habit of doing that. But
and
yeah,
says,
I just want to say, I mean, $500. I mean, imagine what you could make learning this system with just one deal, and he's practically giving it away. I mean, just giving it away for $500. I mean, we have a lot of webinars, and the prices often for offers like $1,000, $1,500. This is just $500, and you get to spend 3 days with him. And says, thank you, Theodora. Love the presentation. 3 days he's gonna give you guys for that $500. Plus you get access 2 months to that software, super powerful software. And I tell you, this is one of our better presentations we've had, because you could tell that Dolmar's really passionate, and his team is really into helping you guys. And I would highly recommend you jump into this, because the opportunity is wide open, especially in the environment that we're in. That's why I really wanted to have this presentation, because this is going to be a lifetime opportunity, like a generational opportunity. And you're going to look back on this and you're going to say, wow, I can't believe, that happened. All those houses, I could have made a lot of money during that time period. I wish I would have gotten to that program. That software pretty much did a lot of the heavy lifting for me. And he had all the scripts and everything I needed to make those deals right from home, right from the comforts of home. So if you're struggling to figure out how to make money right now, I mean, this is where it's at. I mean, this is a easy opportunity. You could do this right from your home computer and find these deals. He'll show you how to close these deals. He'll show you how to put them together, and you don't have to have any money, for these real estate deals. You don't have to have credit. You don't have to have a real estate license. None of that stuff. So that's the reason I really like this opportunity. Tico says, thank you, very generous of you. Julie says, very enjoyable presentation, thank you. So everybody's loving the presentation here. So go to that link and get in now with everything that's included, the software, the 2 months of the Real Elite, the virtual 3-day workshop, the wholesaling masterclass. I can tell you wholesaling is really a thing, especially if you want a no risk. It's really no risk. I can't think of a better no risk way to invest, right? Because really you're not taking on any risk. You're just matching up the buyer and the seller. You're not even involved in the property. You don't have to do any maintenance. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And you also get the software tutorial, the forms and agreements. He's pretty much packaged up everything that it takes to be successful with this opportunity, and made it available to you guys for just $500. So this is a no-brainer, guys. Go to realadvisors.com/Ron. Thank you, Dolmar. Amazing presentation.
thank you, sir. And says, you're inspirational. We try to keep it to 2 hours, but sometimes the pastor in me comes out. I don't know if anyone's ever been to a black church before, but they can go for pretty long. So that's my, I got my PK blood in me. So sometimes it comes out. But this was a, and says preach. It comes out sometimes. I can't help it. Ron, do we have time to take a few questions if anyone has questions?
Yeah, sure. If you guys have questions, get those questions in. Let's see. I had saw some questions. How do we get paid if we live in the UK?
Great question. So for anyone that's doing this from another country, you will have just a few extra steps, not that much, that you're going to have to set up. You will have to set up, and by the way, you could do all of this virtually as well, which is what makes it sexy, right? So you will have to set up a US LLC. You can do that online easily. The process is the same. It's the very same process, the exact same process that we as American citizens have to go through. So it's no different. You don't need a green card. None of that matters. So you'll need a US LLC. You need to get a US virtual address. You can go to like anytimemailbox.com or tons of other services out there that give you a virtual mailbox. you will need one of those, a U.S. address, virtual address, and you will need a U.S. bank account. Okay, so first you will have to set up the LLC, then you get the virtual address. You'll probably need the virtual address, especially for setting up the bank account as well. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And when you close deals, the title company will wire the funds to your bank account, and that's it.
Cool, cool. Do you need a website? Does the app have a link to build a website?
You don't even need a website. That's also, like, you don't need any of those things. And in fact, today I don't have business cards. You don't need a website. None of that matters. We're literally just, and by the way, calling sellers is just one way of doing it. There are ways where you don't even have to do that if you don't like talking on the phone. But we teach you how to make it very simple and easy, and you'll see how simple and easy it is when we have the 3-day training. But all you need, guys, is a cell phone and an internet connection, a smartphone ideally, and an internet connection and a laptop. If you don't have a laptop, the software app is also mobile friendly. So if you just have an iPad or a cell phone, it works too, but it's more user friendly if you do have a laptop. So at least those 3 things, laptop, cell phone, internet connection, you're good to go. That's all you need.
Awesome. How long does it take to learn your system?
We're gonna teach it to you in 3 days.
All right, 3 days.
Yep, 3 days. So on day 1, I'll go over that again. So on day 1, we're going to go over the first 2 steps, the foundation and how to find deals. Foundation is broken up into 2 parts. We're going to go over a little bit of the mindset you need and the tools and resources you need to start and launch the business and scale it. Then we're going to go and the tools you need to do it. Part 2 is find it. Part 2 of find it is also broken up into 2 parts. First is the market analysis. So we're going to go into further detail and training on how to analyze different marketplaces to find the sweet spots throughout the country where a lot of activity and deals are happening. So you're not guessing on any of this stuff. Those are the hot spots, the sexy areas, the sweet spots you want to go to. Once you've identified those areas, then we're going to teach you how to start generating leads in those areas. And so that's part 2 of find it. All of that will be discussed on day 1. So on day 1 already, you will have a high level training, deep training of the entire business. Whereas I promise you, if I don't give you that on day 1, where you feel like you're getting great value, you can get your money back. Just let my team know 100% will refund you. On day 2, we will then dive into step 3, which is figure it. We're going to spend the entire day 2 on figure it on step 3, because it's a lot to go over just that one step. So we're going to open up the day by going over our script. We're going to over how to talk to sellers. We're going to go over the virtual acquisitions process, so you understand how this works virtually, how you can do deals in multiple markets virtually. A lot of the big reason why people are able to do 6 figures a month in this business is because they're not stuck to just their own backyard anymore. Like a couple years ago, before this technology came out, you were just stuck to only doing business in your area. Now we can do it virtually. I could go into whatever market I choose from the comfort of my own home. So we're going to teach you how that works, what it looks like, and the workflow of that. We're going to talk about how to analyze deals, how to run comps, how to value properties, how to estimate repairs without physically stepping foot in the property, and how to come up with that magical number, that perfect number. We call it the MAO, max allowable offer. How to come up with that perfect number to make that offer to the seller with confidence, so that you know it's the right number for the seller, that you take care of the seller, it's the right number for you, so that you as the wholesaler can make money as well. And then on day 3 is where we go over funding, which is step 4. Again, funding is optional, but we're going to go over that anyway, because I want to make sure everyone has a well-rounded education of this business, where in case they come across deals that they want to take down for themselves and keep for themselves, they want to cherry pick the best ones, you can do that. And I'm going to show you how that works. I'm also going to show you and give you access to the different lenders that I talked about that don't care about credit, tax returns, bank statements, etc. I'm going to give you my best resources for that, so you can walk away from the training with my relationships in your pocket. You can use them as well. And then step number 5 is the last step we're going to go over on day 3, which is flip it. This is where you build your buyers list, build the credibility. I'm going to show you how to market your deals to those buyers, how to position yourself as a big player as well in the marketplace. And we're going to wrap things up by going over all of the paperwork, the contracts, the purchase contract, the sales contract, the assignment contract. We're going to go through it line by line by line to make sure you understand it. We're even going to role play as well to make sure you understand it. My entire goal from this 3-day training is to make sure you leave with an absolute understanding of the A to Z steps and blueprint of this business, so you are empowered to go out and do this on your own. This is your time. This is your moment. It's not too late to become who you're destined to be. It's not too late to have the lifestyle that you deserve. You deserve to be successful, and none of us want to have lack or mediocrity or live a life of being below average. So I want to help you actualize that possibility for yourselves. and so you never have to want ever again in your life again. So this is possible for anyone. All you have to do is accept it, receive it, claim it, believe it. I'm going to give you the tools and resources, the specialized knowledge, and the relationship to make it a reality.
Okay, guys, a couple more questions, and then we're gonna wrap this up. So you definitely want to grab your spot now. This is like the 2-minute warning, and then we're ending this thing because we both have to go. Is it easy? Let's see. Where'd that question go? Have the dates been set already for the 3-day live training?
Yeah, am I still sharing my screen? I think I am. So let me show you the dates right here. The next one is October 23rd to 25th. The time is 11 a.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern each day.
Okay,
It
and it's
will be
all
recorded as well.
Right. Okay. Is it easy to open a U.S. bank as a UK citizen?
Yes. Yeah. You just have to set up the LLC first.
It looks like that's it. Well, I
Awesome.
just want to thank you again, guys. Jot down that link. Let's put it back on the screen again. What was it? realadvisors.com/Ron.
Yep. Take a picture of this slide right here. realadvisors.com/Ron. Or you can call that number 813-906-0909 to talk to someone on my team, especially if you need help with a payment plan. As long as you put down a deposit, we can secure your spot and make sure you're one of the first 30. If you don't have all the money today, we'll work with you. You just have to be paid in full before the day of the training. So the training starts on a Friday. As long as you're paid in full by the end of day on Thursday, you'll be fine. So even if you need a payment plan, talk to my team. They'll get you enrolled today. They'll work something out with you. So don't think you can't get going. They'll work something out with you, but you have to call that number if you need a payment plan. We can't do that online. So 813-906-0909, or go right now to realadvisors.com/Ron. If you're one of the first 30 people, you'll get the discount for $497 for the entire country and the 3-day training.
And if you have any questions as well, you can call that number. Any questions about ordering or any questions about the program that we haven't answered. But thank you. We're going to wrap it up here. Hope you guys got something good from this presentation, even if you didn't get in. And for those that did, congratulations. You made a wise decision. Jot down that link again, realadvisors.com/Ron, and we will talk to you again soon. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.